Fucking nut. What's up? What's up? What's up? Back at you. Back at you. We're seeing the casualties now. We're seeing all of the problems. I think they stopped 2 sleeper cells. 2 people tried to do something. This war is putting us at risk. It turns out the girls' school, they're going to charge them with war crimes. The Strait of Hormuz, they've shut that down. Request for a ceasefire has been denied. Wounded. Drone got through, hit a base. 300 wounded. Things are not necessarily going the way that we expected. It's just simply not going the way we expected, man. And I personally don't know. I mean, I hate that this is happening. I actually want to travel. I don't feel safe now. I don't feel safe at all. I was planning on doing some traveling. Yeah. A refueling crash. Yep. Possibly. Yeah, we're getting more notifications of that. But I had some plans to travel, man. Now I'm afraid to travel. And Trump is becoming more and more like Putin. I don't know if it's deliberate or does he realize it, I mean, to be dismissive about the girls' school, that's Putin type stuff. To attack the media, that's Putin. To assume that we saw this with Ukraine, we saw that the amount of dead in Ukraine is ridiculous. Yet Putin continues to try to invade that country, despite warnings and unite everybody against it. He still says, "I'm going to take over this country." And at times, Trump sounds like that. And I don't know, man. I'm saying there's rumors of conscientious objectors. People don't want to go to this war. It's mounting. What's the exit strategy? How are we going to get out of this? What's up? How are we going to get out of this war? How are we going to get out of it? What's our exit strategy? How are we going to make it work? I'm serious. How are we going to get out of this? Because it don't look like it's going to be easy. It was meant to, Trump already offered a ceasefire, was turned down. So clearly Trump wants to get out of the war. He offered a ceasefire. It was turned down by Iran. Our reserves are good for about a week. After that, you're going to start to see oil shortages. You already got $8 gas in California. $8 gas. And that's going to go up. Plus food prices are going up. Now we just had 2 attacks. Somebody else, he went out to school, and another guy. And then we had to do a couple of days ago, property of Allah. We had him. He went after Our country's becoming less and less safe, man. Said Iran blew up 5 tankers yesterday, including a U.S. one. Wow. I saw something, they say Iran is doing like a mothership. They're launching drones. The drones are going up and being reprogrammed in the air on the mother drone. It's a larger drone. Said Russia gave it to them. Russia gave it to them, didn't sell it to them. They gave it to them. The drones can go up and be reprogrammed, and then they can change their targeting. I saw Dubai. Somebody had a video of Dubai. It was dead. It was just nobody was on the beach. A lot of people are getting out of those hotel rooms. They're getting out of there as fast as they can get out of there. They don't feel safe. I don't feel safe after watching what happened today. You don't know what mall or what place these people are going to snap and come after you. He's becoming more like Putin. You know, Putin rules like that. Putin rules with an iron fist. Whatever he says goes. He don't care what you think. In fact, you better support him. And the horrible contradiction, you know, of a girls' school. Somebody shot a tomahawk. Some American on the American side, they fired a tomahawk. They're saying it was outdated information. They shot a tomahawk missile into a girls' school. They're apologizing. Trump hasn't apologized, but they're apologizing for it because that's the proper way to go. I don't see how you can claim to be a Christian and you have no problem with a tomahawk missile fired into a girls' school. That's not necessary, man. It's a non-combatant. I don't know where we're going with this stuff, man. People have really, really lost it. They've really lost it. So yeah, and they're going to be sending them back. And I want to see the next wave of our fallen. You know, the next wave of American casualties should be coming here around Monday. And this new Iran, this new Ayatollah, he's an extremist. He's much more extreme than his grandfather. And from what we hear, the Kurds have joined. The United States thought they could get some type of deal with the Kurds. They turned them down, and they decided to join with Iran. They're talking about the UAE and all of these places. And yeah, believe me, they keep talking about it's a holy war. Remember, that's an Islamic region of our world. And the worst thing you could do is talk about Pete Hegseth talking about it's a holy war. That's the worst thing it could be. I don't know what he's talking about. I mean, what are you talking about? I thought you guys were just going to go in there. I don't know why you went. No, actually, let me take that back. I have no idea why you went over there. They're absolutely not a threat at all to America. So I don't know why you went over. Oh, that's right, Iran. Okay, you're over there. That's right. We're the big nation, and we're serving Iran, the little nation, because they tell us what to do. So we're isolated now. Trump has disgraced the allies. You don't notice America. Yeah, it's changing, man. He's making us like Putin. And we, the whole Putin thing, Putin is the world doesn't like Putin. And Putin's is working with Iran. That's the crazy thing about Trump. He's still talking to Putin on the phone. Putin is working with Iran. He's giving them information. He's giving them weapons. He's helping them. Trump wants to talk to Putin. I don't know why he thinks, why talk to Putin? I think Putin's laughing at Trump. I think Putin's having a ball. He's just looking at Trump. He's laughing. He said, look at this American leader. I don't know, man. Casualty report. I got relatives in the service. That scares me. Casualty report. Every time I get up in the morning and I check for that, I'm in a state of shock that perhaps the name of my relative will be listed. And it's horrible, man. I hope this ends soon. I don't know, I don't know why it should take so long. It's inappropriate for it to take as long as it's taken. No exit plan. So when do we leave? What's the goal? And I saw that Iran released a list of demands. I saw they released. I don't think that's ever going to happen, but they released a list of demands. It was some ridiculous things on there. There was even a request for reparations on there. Did you see that? They said they want reparations since the 1980s. All of the sanctions. Wow. And this the Fox News, man. I mean, you want to talk about state TV. Fox News is ridiculous. Somebody on the National Guard. Yeah. The shooter yelled Allah Akbar. Yeah, and this is America now, man. This is the country we all share and we live in now. I'm looking at police, lights, some of these sleeper cells. What are we becoming, man? What are we becoming? What is this thing about California? Possible drone attack in California? I hope not. I seriously hope not a possible drone attack in California. Is Trump becoming Putin? What's going on, man? Is Trump fast becoming Putin? The people want freedom, so they knocked off the leader. Iran didn't surrender, so they sent in bombing missions. I thought the people wanted freedom. Let's bomb the civilians. That's war crime there. That's a war crime. It's a difference between needless red tape. It's a difference between that and committing a war crime. The war crime is a war crime. I don't understand it, man. I've never seen anything like this before. I've never seen anything even close to this. If it were up to the Dems, we would have Sharia and speak Farsi. I don't even know what that is, brother. I don't know why you keep doing that. You really think that? You think Democrats want Sharia law? That's ridiculous, man. Scorpio, you're lost. I know Farsi. I don't know what it is. I don't even know what language that's for. But he said Sharia law. Hey, yeah, if it's for them, you know what? If the Sharia laws, if they want to have Sharia law for themselves, yeah, not put it on me. Like the stream, man. Yeah, we gotta keep. Okay, goodbye, brother. Goodbye. So much for you. You think black men should fight for this country? Yeah. I also think this country should give black men reparations. I think it's far too long. And I even saw Israel. Iran just said they demand reparations. Isn't that something? They probably would get it before we get it. And we know they're going to rebuild Israel. Where that money going to come from? That's coming from America. We should have never got in this war, man. This is, and I don't know about the morale of the troops. I mean, they're going to do their job, but come on, man. They're certainly going to show up and do their job, but come on, man. Reparations now. Reparations today. This is a war of convenience. That's what this is. This is a war of convenience and a war of choice. A girls' school, some kind of way, because of outdated data, and they've confessed that it was a United States Tomahawk. Iran doesn't have any Tomahawks. They've said that outdated data, they sent the Tomahawk into like a kindergarten. Now it was like a real bunch of young. It's just ridiculous, man. It's one of the worst things to even hear about. Heads are going to roll, probably not now, but somebody's going to have to be held accountable for that. I think the Pete guy, I think it's pretty much over with for him. And I think that Trump thought that he could win people over by having these Fox News personalities, but it's not working that way. It's not working that way at all. I think he thought that the Fox News crowd would solidify America. It's not really working that way. Farsi is the language of Iran. I know. He thinks it's the Democrats. It looks like it's the Republicans that's going to do it. That's a lot of people. 80 million. That's a lot of people. They're going to wind up being refugees. Well, how's that going to be good for our order? You almost have to leave leadership intact because of the people. And they're talking about they're knocking out the desalination plants. That's a lot of people, man. You got to have fresh water. What are they going to do for water? They're going after the banking. They're going after the energy grid. I don't know, man. It's not a good idea to do that. I'm afraid. I was planning on taking a trip next month. I'm canceling. He said there was 7 to 12-year-old girls total deleted around 185. The city of Iran named Minab. Yeah, that's terrible, man. That's terrible. It was a mistake. I understand it was a mistake, and America has apologized, but somebody's got to be accountable. So this Pete, which I think Trump don't care. Trump could care less. He doesn't care about Pete. He give Pete up in a minute. He doesn't care. But he's becoming a Putin, man. I'm saying that what he want to be. the yelling, the anger, the dismissiveness, the lies, just lies. Yeah, I don't know, man. Just like when you see the Ukraine war, you know, Putin's losing that. Putin is losing in the Ukraine war, but Putin yells and screams and kicks and demands for what? He's not winning, and the people are fighting him. And that's the thing about these wars. They talked about the Vietnam War. When you come in with heavy machinery and you come in with the belief that you are superior to their military, that makes them just dig in deeper. That gives them more resolve. They're willing to fight even harder. And I'm not sure. And they're still talking about boots on the ground because of that strait. Why does it have to be American sailors and soldiers boots on the ground? Send Israeli fighters over there. Let them go boots on the ground. Why does it have to U.S. say? Why do U.S. have to be over there at all? U.S. can be over there in a support role. Let the Israelis do all of the heavy lifting and boots on the ground work. Meanwhile, you can have commanders who witness the field, the theater of war, and make decisions from the back. Yeah, I know. He said Israel is already fighting. The U.S. is helping them fight. I get that part. In the meantime, we're creating another Putin. Is that what? And the thing about that Trump doesn't understand, Putin doesn't respect him. He doesn't understand that. Putin does not look at him like that. Now, he projects that to Americans. He projects that to some other leaders, but not Putin. Putin don't even know what he's doing. Putin's just looking at him laughing. Also, there's a belief that he was on the phone with Putin and the Ukrainians sent like 100 drones, but Russia knocked them down. There's a belief that Putin believes that Trump was trying to set him up. Now, that's a rumor. I don't know if that's true or not. It's rumor. That's a rumor. And they said, how are you going to get people to peace talk tables when they come? You set them up. You come in with drones and then you delete them all. And then they say, okay, we want to have another peace meeting. When they show up again, you send another wave of drones. How are you going to you can't have peace like that. You know, the older wars, it was such thing called peace talks. There was actually peace. It was peace. There was you didn't have to worry about that. And somebody was talking about prisoners of war. Yeah, the Americans, slowly they're going to start to have prisoners of war. I want to know how they're going to deal with that over there. With that girls' school situation, that's going to, I feel you got my deepest sympathies if you go into the hands of Iran, because you're not establishing that we're going to treat each other civilized. We just don't care. We're just going to go after each other. Peace at what cost? A nuclear threat to pass? Yeah. We're not even talking about, we talked about tactical nukes. That's a serious situation right there. Putin's hand is so far up. Yeah, but this is the thing, man. Let's be for real. We're men, right? Come on, man. We're men. Putin don't even like Trump. You guys don't really look at, man, Putin is a real dictator. He's not playing. He's not playing. He's not joking. Putin's a real dictator. He don't even like Trump. You can see when they're around each other. He don't like Trump. Now the Chinese guy, Lai Ping or whatever, Jay Jing, he likes him. Now, is he afraid? No, they're not afraid of each other, but he likes him. You know, neither one of them even like Trump. You can just look at their body language when Trump is there. Trump wants to befriend them. No, he doesn't. Now you go talk to him about that, but they don't even like Trump. They don't even like Trump. And I feel embarrassed when I see Trump around Putin, because we're like, man, like you want to be that dude friend so bad. Like, don't you see that dude don't even like you, man? Don't you see that dude, how he looking at you? And I hope Putin doesn't go after the Ukrainians and start going after the school. Someone said that Trump requested missiles from Ukraine because they're running low. He said we got lots of them. They're running low. This war's not going the way Trump wanted it to go. He listened to his son-in-law, which is the most ridiculous thing. Why not listen to the paid generals? Why not listen to the paid experts, people who have been studying Iran, Iraq, the Middle East their entire lives? They wake up every morning and pay attention to everything that's going on. He ignored those people. He ignored those people. He listened to his brother-in-law. And now we got dead Americans being flown back. And that's not fair to them, man. They didn't sign on for that. They did not sign on for that. They signed on to defend their country, man. They're not signed on here to be the fall guy for somebody's failed attempt at trying to be a Vladimir Putin. I don't know what he sees in Vladimir either, because I don't get it. I get he's a dictator, but yeah, so what? I mean, that's tough to do the things he does to his people. That's tough. That's a tough guy. I don't get the whole Vladimir obsession. I don't. I don't get it. He's becoming another Vladimir. Okay, to who? Look at Iran. You can't even get Iran to quit. You're not projecting strength. They're fighting you back, Trump. Trump, you're not projecting strength. What are you doing? That's not how Putin does it. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here, man. You talk about Jesus, that girls' school, you're going to have a hard time going to church with that girls' school and that memory hanging over your head. That's unacceptable, man. That's a war crime. And that's Vladimir Putin. He doesn't care about stuff like that. We care. But Putin, that's the type of thing Putin, they hit a girls' school, he could care less. He ain't thinking about no girls' school. But we're different. We believe that we're different. We have the moral ground and the moral authority. That's what we used to believe. And other countries respected us because of that. But they can't believe that the way they're dismissing this girls' school. You had outdated information. You inputted the wrong data, and you hit a target that was a non-combatant. And in the process, you cost the lives of almost 200 children. And how do you look at that? That's a lot of money. The only thing the United States can do is compensate them. And you know the United States going to have to pay for Israel. Where are the United States going to get all this money to rebuild Israel, pay Iran, reparations, whatever, all of that? Where are they going to get the money from? They're cutting health care. We got to give up our health care. Our intelligence failed us on that one. I agree with you. He said, God bless those. Yeah, me too. I agree. It's unacceptable, man. We got enough military targets. We don't have to, we shouldn't even touch. One of the aspects of the civilian thing is you still want that country to function. You want to defeat the country. You want to beat their military, but you still want them to be able to get up in the morning, go to work, and continue, because if that doesn't happen, guess who has to take care of them now? Now we get dug. Now we become another Iraq. And we know that country's there's a lot of factions. Who wants to go and occupy Iran for 10 years, dodging, you don't know what's going to happen. Booby traps, religious fundamentalists. Who wants to deal with that? Hegseth needs to step down, man. Hegseth, he needs to step down. Like the stream, man. Like the stream. We've had Iran on surveillance for 5 years now. Okay. Trump's upset, though. Trump wanted them to cave. We won't cave. So Trump says we're going to keep bombing. Well, what happens, Trump, like you said, we're running out of targets. But then, Trump, if you go into the civilian world, if you start going after energy and water and power, those are civilian targets. All of a sudden now you're eliminating millions and millions of people, Trump. I don't know if the world is going to accept that type of treatment. They're not going to let you slaughter defenseless human beings. He's looking to be another Putin. He's going to take over. He's going to dictate. He's going to do as he please. All of the election things and stuff, he's taking over. Like the stream, man. What are we going to do about our dead? What are we going to do about our body count? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? I'm saying I got family in the military. I wake up every morning in pure terror, absolute terror that their name might be on that list. And let me tell you guys, hey, listen, you love the war, love the war. I want them to quit. I want them to come home. Mission accomplished. I do believe mission's been accomplished. You want to topple the leaders, you topple the leaders. Come on back home. Come on back home where we belong. We don't want these lunatics. Somebody said that Cali is they're looking at Cali for a drone strike. I hope not. We just saw some lunatic today. He he ran a truck into a synagogue. We gotta end this. We have to end this war. We're not as safe anymore. I want to be safe again, man. I want to go back to being safe. I really don't care what they do in the Middle East. I don't. But I don't want that stuff to trigger problems here. We got enough problems, man. And I believe that we can do it. I believe that we have to come together as American people. Americans don't want this war. They don't want this war. Americans don't want this war. So what do? We have to stop. I think you're the coward. El American, I think you're the coward. You know why? You know why I think you're the coward? I'm not. You are. You know why? You want to sit back and send other people's kids off to die. You want to play games with other people's lives. I want them to end this war. We have no reason to even be over there. We have no reason to even be there. You're the coward, though. And this is what I'm saying. These guys, they sit back on these YouTubes and they're complete cowards, and they want to see Americans risk their lives and lose their lives so that they can get a happy feeling, or they can feel like they're somebody special. No, I don't want to see it. I hope he calls them home. Like the stream, man. Support the platform. It's a Cash App, man. What we see now is a Trump who's trying to mirror. He's attempting to mirror Vladimir Putin. I hope he's not successful. What happened to the American president, man? The one that cared, the one that brought us together. That was a president at this moment sits down and addresses America, and he brings us together. He doesn't keep us separate. He doesn't keep us separate. Every morning I wake up and I look at the report and I look at Google and I hope to God family members don't come down that list. Those casualties are being, we're not necessarily getting all the information, but eventually they're going to come home and it's going to be a sad day. And I don't want to see that, man. I don't want to see Americans have to go through that type of suffering. Because when all is said and done, what are we doing this for? Iran? That's Israel's war. Let Israel fight its war. America's assisted enough. No boots on the ground. Absolutely no boots on the ground. It says, greetings from Greece. Hold on. Don't Americans love their lives? What are you doing again in the Middle East? Why you send your soldiers? Yeah, your soldiers to die far, far away from home. Iran is ancient. They don't need you. Yeah, you're right, Crystal. I agree with you, Crystal. You had to talk to Trump. Trump made that decision. This is Trump's war. This is a war of convenience. Trump decided to go to war, so that's why he listened to his brother-in-law, his son-in-law, my fault. He ignored all of the experts who told him what it would mean, how it would affect our society, gas prices, how it would affect our economy. It was a bad idea. We shouldn't do it. But he didn't want to listen to the experts. He listens to his son-in-law, his stupid son-in-law. So now we're in the middle of and it's not a war. It's not a war. Congress is the only people who can declare war. But he decided to listen to his stupid son-in-law. And this is where we are right now. Obama got Americans killed during the Libya regime change. Okay. Okay, well, and what, Danny? And that means what? Huh? So is that what you're going to say? You're going to bring up Joe Biden and Obama? What? Brother, I want to see the troops come back home. Let me get that through your head. You want to bring up Joe Biden and Barack Obama every 5 seconds. How about let's bring the troops back home? Let's bring the troops where they belong here in America. That's where they belong. They don't need to be on no foreign land over there, no foreign soul. Okay, let me get this dude out of here. Whew. A lot of anger in here, man. A lot of you guys, you need this war, though. A lot of you guys got a lot of anger in you. You need this war. I'm going to tell you, when it's all over, though, you're not going to feel any better. I know you think you do. By proxy, you think by default, you think that cheering on this makes you feel better, makes you feel strong in the end. You're going to be the same person. You're going to be the same person. And let me back up. I'm not trying to take that from you. I'm going to give you my thoughts. You can disagree all you want to. Becoming Putin, I think we're on our way where Trump is becoming Putin. But see, this is the problem with that. Putin's a real dictator. Putin doesn't sit up all night on his social media. And I saw those generals coming in. They had to testify today. That's the America I know. They were accountable. They talked about the worst thing you can do is stay longer than you have to, because then it just emboldens the people. The worst thing you could do is go after civilians. That unifies that whole Middle East. They all turn on you. The so-called allies, if they see you going after civilians, they're going to turn on you. And I like those generals getting up there saying it. Now, it's a sad thing that Trump doesn't listen to him. He listens to his son-in-law. He'd rather listen to his son-in-law, who doesn't know a damn thing about war, theaters of war. Nothing. The closest Jared Kushner's been to a theater of war was Call of Duty video game. Or maybe he played Galaga as a kid. That's the closest he's ever been on a theater of war. What would he doesn't know anything about a theater of war. Jared Kushner, he doesn't know anything about the theater of war. The closest he's ever been to it was Galaga, which he couldn't play. He probably made it about 3. He made it 3. I don't even know what you call it. He made it through the first round, the second round. He died on the third round. He doesn't know anything about no war, man. I mean, isn't that insane that Trump would say that to the world? Trump said that to the world. He said he listened to his son-in-law. You're asking grown men with families, grown women with husbands and kids to risk their lives because your son-in-law told you to. You ignored the generals who told you not to do it. The men who've been being paid their entire lives, they have been advising presidents. You ignored them to listen to your stupid son-in-law. This is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous. This is absurd. This is absurd. This is absurd. This is where we're at with this stuff, man. COVID and lockdowns have made humans weak, stay-at-home keyboard warriors. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Now, fortunately, those are not the ones in the military, but I did see that they're enacting the draft. I can see it. If this thing continues, I'd say if this thing is going on, say by August, we might see a draft. Or you might see a draft. Like the stream, man. Let's keep it going. Why? Because I disagree with you? He said, you're a clown. Yeah, because I disagree with you. You know what, man? What happened to our country, man? I don't know what has happened to us now, because we can't disagree. Are we already in? Is it one world? Is it one voice, one opinion now? We don't believe in freedom anymore? So we don't even believe in freedom anymore. Wow. I can't believe that. We don't even believe in freedom anymore. We used to be a free country. We used to support each other. You had the right to your American dream, however you want to do it, within the law. But we've changed now, man. Now you got people in the chat box who say the experts don't know. Jared Kushner knows. Why? What makes you think he knows anything? Where you getting that he knows anything? Because he's Trump's son-in-law? I don't know where somewhere we've lost our way, man. And I don't want Trump to be another Putin, okay? I don't want Trump to be another Putin. All right. I want an American president, the one that I grew up with when I was in school, who time to time would address the nation, and they did it bipartisan. They didn't have a side, and they addressed us and they kept us safe. And we wanted to serve our country. We eagerly wanted to serve our country because we knew they just wouldn't send us off to die on some foreign land somewhere and then suppress our names being told. And we arrived at night and that's it. No, man. Yeah, they got seven Arab nations against one, but that girls' school, that's not going to be a good, as you know, and they know about it. You know, we're in the age of the internet now, so they all know about it, and they have families, and they have kids, and they're thinking about what if a errant missile goes into my child's school. These people have to go to work. They have to drop their kids off and go to work. They got to be focused on the job. They don't have time to worry about something like that. Bad things happen, but something like that. UMC 675. I served in the Marine Corps for 27 years, and I'm ashamed of what this country has become under Trump. Wow. And this is a veteran saying this. This is not some video game guy. This is a veteran. This is a veteran. This is not some clown. This is U.S. veteran. And he knows what his country was when he joined. He knows what he fought for. He knows what he was serving for. He saluted the flag. And it's out of his control, but he don't know what's happened. What are we doing? We're becoming Russia now? If you want to thank him for his service, go right ahead. Hit it in the chat box. He deserves it. Thank you for your service, sir. And believe me, this isn't easy for him to say that. It wasn't easy for him to say that because he understands that he supports and he loves this country. But he also believes in right and wrong. He cannot support Tomahawk missiles, misfires, the leadership making mistakes. We didn't say Trump did it, but his generals did. I mean, those people in charge, they did it. Pete's responsible. Pete is responsible. There's got to be some accountability. Uh-oh. There you go. We support what's right over here. We support America 100%. We just want the troops to come home. We don't want any more casualties. We want people protected. Trump already said it's over. They've hit everything. Well, why are you still there? Come on back home. Come on back home then. Okay, you hit all the targets. That's the way it is. A theater of war. You can only hit the combatants. You can't hit the civilian. You don't go out the water plants. You don't do that. You don't go after grids. Trump knows nothing of geopolitics. He's just there. And it doesn't make any sense, man. We're not together. Look, we just had a crazed man drove a truck into a synagogue. What's going on, man? This is America. This isn't the way we function. This is we enjoy the land of milk and honey. Say Iran still targeting ships at the Strait of Hormuz. Iran, they're targeting ships. Someone said the U.S. refused to do it. The U.S., they would be sitting ducks. This whole escort ships through, they can't. It don't work that way. Somebody needs to bring Trump up to speed. That's some stuff you've seen on TV. You can't escort ships through the Strait of Hormuz. They're going to put mines down. They're going to put the mines about 2 feet under the water. Magnetic mines. At the very minute those ships start coming, they're going to go straight there and blow holes in those ships. You can't do it that way. And the thing about a ship, remember, it takes years to build a ship. So we need our firepower. We need everything we have. We don't need to be losing ships. Trump is spreading propaganda. That's what he's doing. When you see these like Dubai and you see all these places, you see these hotels. Well, see, those are off-limit targets. That's why you don't see the hotels going up. They're off limits. Like the stream. No exit plan. How do we leave? How do we get out of this war? What do we have to do? I mean, we've destroyed just about everything that's there. Iran has to surrender. They put out a list of their own demands. I think Trump has tried a couple of times. They refused another ceasefire. Bring the troops back home. That's about the only thing we can do now. Let Iran clean it up. It's their mess. Let them clean it up. It's their neck of the woods. Let them put boots on the ground. If they want to put boots on the ground, let them go in there. Americans shouldn't be over there dying. It's almost like the Ukraine thing, right? Why doesn't Putin, Ukraine is, get out of Ukraine. Look at your casualties. He didn't care. He's still trying to take over Ukraine. So we can't leave Iran. The war is happening for the same reason it did in Venezuela. No, Venezuela wasn't even a war. Venezuela, they bribed security, airport, all that stuff. They just went over there and arrested that guy. What are we going to do next, man? I don't know. I had a vacation planned. I canceled it. We saw some lunatic drove a car into a synagogue. Another guy did something on the school. What's going on with America, man? This isn't the America I know. This is the America that I'm used to. I don't like all of these sleeper cells. There's rumors that California is going to be hit by drones. I don't like this, man. We got to get out of this war. Let Iran be Iran. And when they did all of that bombing of them oil fields, man, they put black rain across that region. That's going to also fall over there on Israel. Like the stream, bro. A lot of these dudes, you guys are partisan, man. This war is not partisan. What is all this Democrat talk? I mean, what is up with you guys, man? What is up with you guys, man? Are you serious, man? This is a war. When I see a Marine, I don't see a Democrat or Republican. I see a Marine. This is a war. We need to bring the Americans, we need to bring the service people back home. That's what we need to do. I agree. Iran, you're not going to be able to ration with them. That's why we need to leave. Yeah, I 100% agree. They're not going to be rational. They're going to put mines. They're going to put all types of landmines anywhere. They're going to be too much trouble, man. It's not worth it. We don't need to be over there. This is Israel's mess. We help. We help. Now, they can clean it up. The whole war was started to distract from the Epstein files. Wow. You're right. It is only a conflict. You're right, sir. It's not a war. Only Congress can declare a war. But we have to be careful, man, with hitting the wrong targets because that empowers Putin. Putin doesn't care about hitting the wrong target. He'll do that in a minute. He could care less. If you tell Putin, hey, you hit a children's school in Ukraine, he'll look at you and say, so? I don't care. Because he does it. Where's our exit plan? Where's our exit plan? I'm just saying, I mean, come on, man. We've accomplished our mission. They was talking about Trump with a mission accomplished. I don't have no problem with him. Go get on the carrier and say mission accomplished. Just come on back home. Bring all the troops back home. They don't, why should they be over there? You got all of that burnt oil and black clouds and black rain. Get those people out of there, man. Bring those people back home, man. You want to be over there? Just think about it. You get stationed over there and you're breathing soot. You're breathing soot because they've dropped bombs on oil fields. Yeah, why would you? No, I'm talking about you as an American service person. You're over there breathing soot. You didn't sign on for that. You didn't sign on for that. They need to sign the nuclear agreement. They don't have any nuclear weapons. Do you know how easy it is? You guys need to go and see. Do you know how easy it is to make a bomb? It don't take, all you need is the uranium, and they got that. All you got to do is enrich it and then just put it in there. It's not hard. They don't have one. If they wanted one, believe me, if they wanted one, they'd have one. They don't have one. You could make a nuclear weapon with a couple of cans of jailhouse chili, some toilet paper rolls, and some banana peels. It's not hard to do that, brother. It's not hard at all. Couple of cans of jailhouse chili, toilet paper rolls, banana peels. Like the stream, man. He said, no. He said, are you an adult? No, no. What gave you that idea? Like the stream, man. Listen, man, he's got to wrap this thing up, man. He's got to wrap this thing up. 93 million people. Come on, man. We got to wrap this thing up. Famine. And this is the thing. Guess who's going to wind up footing the bill? If Trump, if you take out all of their leadership, guess who they're going to be dependent on? Guess who's going to be over there doing peacekeeping for 93 million people? With all of those different tribes and religious sects, they're going to break off. It's going to become another Iraq. It's time to go, man. It's time to go. Time to come home. And what you have with Trump, and I don't know why, is he really likes Vladimir Putin. You know, and Putin is a rascal. Oh, Putin's a rascal. Putin is a rascal. But I don't know why Trump, I don't get that. Trump really likes this guy. He can't trust him. Now, there's a belief that Trump did a phone call. It was during the Ukraine situation, and Ukraine sent like a bunch of drones, but Russia knocked them all down. And people believe by rumor that he was trying to set Putin up. I don't know. Oh, here we go, man. Like the stream, man. We got some video. I had forgot about this. Got a couple of videos over here. Check it out. Oh, here we go. I don't know what happened right there. Here we go.
It just seems to...
Fair use, fair use. Check it out. Fair use, fair use. Check it out.
Get from bad to worse for the Israelis and the Americans, because the Kurds have told them that they're not interested in working with them. And instead, they have made an agreement with Iran to protect their borders.
Hey, hold on. Check this out. We see the Marine up here, and we salute him. 27 years of service. Look at this right here. This dude, you're a full woman. You're a whole woman. Whoever you are, Fence 1684, you must be gay. Oh, so now he's gay, right? So you call the man gay. He served his country. You don't like what he said, so you sound like a woman, brother. A lot of you dudes don't even know it. You dudes are... Bro, you sound like a whole woman right now. Tough guy. You're not even... Here we go, man. Let's keep going.
If you guys know anything about the Kurds, you will know that they have exceptional skills in mountainous terrain. So it's not looking good for the Americans and the Israelis right now. If they were thinking about putting boots on the ground, they better rethink that option.
Here we go. Here you go. Here you go, brother. Here you go, Mr. Marine. Let me drop my link right here. Now we're going to show that this dude, Mr. Tough Guy, right? He's calling people names, but he's going to be afraid to hit the link. So, and don't worry about it. I'll give him a couple of minutes and I'll just block him. Let's keep going.
I think. Bye-bye.
Countries are starting to leave Donald Trump's board of peace after he started the war in Iran. Now, as you know, Donald Trump started this board of peace with the initial idea that it would help rebuild Gaza for the Palestinians. Well, now that he started the war in Iran, Indonesia is the first country to say, "We'll see you, Donald. Your board of peace, we're out of your board of peace." Now, they are citing that Donald Trump's war in Iran is going to destabilize the Middle East, and it's taking away focus from the Palestinians, which was the original purpose of the board. Now, this was always destined to be the outcome of Donald Trump's board of peace because it seemed like it was nothing more than a way for him to glorify himself. After all, he put himself in charge from now until the end of time. He made himself in complete control of all the money. He's asking for $10 billion, or he's not even asking, he's taking $10 billion of American taxpayer dollars. And you can expect more countries are probably going to follow suit, as Donald Trump is not a peace president. Instead, he is waging war country after country.
Britain has blocked the United States from using its bases, including RAF Fairfort and Diego Garcia, for strikes on Iran. And it's not just Britain. Saudi Arabia told Washington directly that its airspace and territory are off limits. Qatar, Kuwait, the UAE, and Bahrain have all refused to help Trump strike Iran. These are the countries bordering Iran, the ones with the most to gain from neutralizing Tehran's nuclear program. They are the ones most aggressively saying no to Trump. So last June, Trump's attack on Iran worked because it was a one-night operation with B-2s flying from Missouri. But a sustained months-long campaign against Iran, this requires forward bases for rearming and refueling. And every potential host nation told Trump no. The American military can still strike anywhere on Earth. But the American global network of bases that enables American power is rapidly coming to an end, and Trump and the Republicans are fully to blame.
I have bad news for you today, but things are spiraling really badly out of control. We have 3 of the wealthiest Arab nations that are now considering pulling out of the U.S. economy, pulling out investments because of the cost of this war that has been waged by Donald Trump. And when I say that they are the foundation of our economy, that if they pull out their investments, it could crash our economy, that is an understatement. And now we have this letter that was just sent to Donald Trump and published for all of us to read by the leading businessman of the United Arab Emirates. His name is Khalaf Hamad Al Habtour. You're going to need to sit down for this as I read this. His Excellency President Donald Trump, a direct question. Who gave you the authority to drag our region into a war with Iran? And on what basis did you make this dangerous decision? Did you calculate the collateral damage before pulling the trigger? And did you consider that the first to suffer from this escalation will be the countries of the region itself? The peoples of this region have the right to ask as well, was this your decision alone, or did it come as a result of pressures from Netanyahu and his government? You have placed the countries of the Gulf Cooperation Council and the Arab countries at the heart of a danger they did not choose. Thank God we are strong.
Yeah. And you see this, man. And the information, this is free. This is the information. So much of the stuff. This is the first time in my life we exist under censorship. It used to be the American channels, the American papers, where you could get the whole story. Now all you have is lies, and the idiots who believe the lies. Right? We need to get out of Iran, brother. Those are U.S. servicemen and women. They serve the country. They're not here to be sacrificial lambs for Trump's war of choice, or him listening to his stupid brother-in-law, son-in-law, listening to his stupid son-in-law and putting everybody in danger. Come on, man.
capable of defending ourselves, and we have armies and defenses that protect our homelands, but the question remains, who gave you permission to turn our region into a battlefield? For before the ink has dried on your Board of Peace initiative that you announced in the name of peace and stability, we find ourselves facing a military escalation that endangers our entire region. So where did those initiatives go? And what is the fate of the commitments made in the name of peace? Most of the funding proposed in your initiatives came from the countries of the regions themselves and from Arab Gulf countries that contributed billions of dollars on the basis of supporting stability and development. And these countries have the right to ask today, where did this money go? And are we funding peace initiatives or funding a war that exposes us to danger? More dangerous than that, your decision does not threaten only the peoples of the region, but also reaches the American people whom you promised peace and prosperity. And here they are today, finding themselves in a war funded from their money and taxes, which costs are ranging, according to Institute of Policy Studies, between $40 to $65 billion for direct military operations and could reach $210 billion, including economic impacts and indirect losses if it lasts 4 to 5 weeks. Not to mention the sacrifice of Americans themselves in a war in which they have neither camel nor she-camel, which I take that phrase to mean being on foot. You have even broken your promises not to get involved in wars and to focus only on America and put it at the top of your priorities, as you ordered foreign military interventions during your second term that included 7 countries: Somalia, Iraq, Yemen, Nigeria, Syria, Iran, and Venezuela, in addition to naval operations in the Caribbean and the Pacific Ocean. You directed more than 658 foreign airstrikes in your first year in office, which equals the total number of strikes in Biden's entire term, for which you directed your arrows of criticism for involving the United States in foreign wars. Your Excellency, the President, these numbers have severely reflected on your approval rating with Americans, which have declined since your inauguration for the second term by about 9% in just 400 days. These numbers say something clear. Even within the United States, there is growing concern about being dragged into a new war and about exposing the lives of Americans, their economy, and their future to unnecessary risks. True leadership is not measured by war decisions, but by wisdom, respect for others, and pushing toward achieving peace. And if these initiatives were launched in the name of peace, then we have the right today to demand full transparency and clear accountability. Well, good luck, because we are not getting any of that from the Trump administration, and we never have. And we've been asking, where is our money? Where is our money going? I'm going to step back and give you a final, bigger picture. We have centrist Democrats bought and paid, and every single Republican bought and paid, that are making money because they own stocks in the military-industrial complex and because their campaigns were...
Now, hold on. I'll grant you on that. That's a liberal, okay? Okay? That is a liberal. I haven't heard this. Let's go ahead. Go ahead now. She's a liberal. That's a liberal. That's a liberal right there. So I grant you on that. But some of them are just putting out information. So here we go.
Crimes and crimes against humanity. Do you know what it takes for famously neutral Switzerland to get involved? I mean, they are still probably holding stolen loot from World War II in their bank vault, but maybe it's because of images like this. That's the streets of Iran on fire. That is black smoke covering the city, and black rain is falling on the city, laced with oil from those fires that you saw. Yes, that's considered an environmental disaster, not to mention the strikes on desalination plants. Do you know what those are? They remove salt from water to make it drinkable. And what happens when people don't have enough drinkable water? They can last 2, maybe 3 days before they, well, no longer exist. That is why Switzerland is stepping in and going, hey guys, we're going to break our neutrality just a wee bit and make a statement here that you have gone too far. I want you to think about that. The country who is still holding stolen goods in their bank vaults, now making a statement on what's happening in Iran.
Debemos aprender de la historia.
Last, it's France, who drew Trump's ire after not only condemning the U.S. strikes as a violation of international law, but then turning instead to China and announcing that the two are going to coordinate a peaceful political solution to this war.
The Gulf countries are big investors in the global economy. And
listen, it's man, if you American citizens, man, it's gonna be hard to do. You got to get up, you got to go pay your bills, you got to go to these jobs. Job market isn't looking good. The country's at war, prices are rising, getting out of hand. You're trying to raise that kid. What's going on with us? It's a different country, man. This is just a different country. This isn't the same country that 30 years ago. This ain't even George Bush Jr.'s the Gulf War. It's not even his country. I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know what's going on, bro. Why would I want to move to Iran? What is wrong with you guys, man? Why would I want to move to Iran? You should go there. You probably would be more happy. You probably would feel more comfortable there. You don't like America because you don't like freedom. You don't like somebody having an opinion that you don't like. So you would be happier there. Not me, brother. That's all you got to do. That's why you should go there. Go to Russia. Russia don't believe in free speech. Go to Russia. Go to Russia. Iran will talk peace if there's security guarantees and reparations. Yeah, reparations. Isn't that something? So Iran's going to get reparations. They're going to get monetary reparations before blacks get monetary reparations. Isn't that nuts? I saw that the supreme leader demanded reparations. So Iran is going to get reparations over black people who deserve them, who never got them. That's crazy, man. I can't even believe that. That's insane. They're going to give them and they also going to rebuild Israel. Who you think going to pay for that? Israel's not going to pay for that. America's going to pay for all of that. All of that. That's going to come from U.S. taxpayers. Every bit of it. Like, share, support, man. Oil refined in Texas cannot be sold in California. Oh, they put something again. Okay. I didn't, okay. That's why California's so high. $8, probably $9 now. Probably $9 a gallon in California. So they're all butthurt because this is Trump's idea. They brought into the conspiracy so they would rather lop off their and admit they were wrong. Oh, man. The whole thing about Jared Kushner, that sort of made me, I jumped. When he said that, I jumped because he scared me. And I said, whoa, wait a minute. We're not listening to our son-in-law, is it? You know what I'm saying? Your son-in-law tells you, buy that Saturn or buy that Datsun. Buy that car, buy that Corvette. You know, his son-in-law tells you to do that. And if you listen to him, you regret it. Hey, how you doing, Miss Tiffany? She says, everyone just lurking today. Okay, how you doing? Nice to see you, Miss Tiffany. Yeah, you don't listen to your son-in-law when it's something important. You never do that. That's a bad decision. And also it makes people wonder about you. You know, that's the type of thing your son-in-law calls you and say, hey, tonight, take the Hawks. Yeah, whatever you got on the Hawks, put it on the Hawks. Your son-in-law, you're like, he ain't said nothing else. He just said, take the Hawks. You take the Hawks, you lose by 30. Yeah, he's don't listen to him. And I like the way guys in the chat box is saying because he got money or he owns this building or he's married to Ivanka. What the hell that got to do with it? That don't mean he knows what he's talking about when it comes to the theater of war. What's wrong with you guys, man? What is wrong? Like, what's wrong with you guys? That don't mean he knows anything about war. Well, he got some money. Look at his wife. And that means he knows something about the theater. That don't mean anything, man. That means none of that. Yeah, Trump did say the price of oil going up. Yeah, they're gonna make, yeah. But it's just like the stock market. Most people are not in the stock market. He brags on the stocks. Most people don't have stocks. And I'm afraid for these casualties of war. It's just a matter of time for someone you know, someone from your church, someone from your city, someone from your state. It's just a matter of time, man. You'll be receiving casualties of war because of Donald Trump and his son, Jared Kushner, because they wanted to do this, because they didn't want to listen to the experts. They wanted to do it their way. And it's hard to get out, man. It's hard to get out of there. I want to know how this guy said he knows. How would you know if Jared Kushner knows more than me? How would you know that? I don't even understand how you can even say something like that. Clearly, he doesn't know anything about war. Can we begin there? He don't know nothing about war. Why would he tell Trump to go in there? And look at Trump. Trump's stuck now. Trump is stuck there. Yeah, the whole chat box, left versus right. That's all we're talking about. A war with Iran. They're in there talking about Democrats. They done brought up Obama and Joe Biden about 50 times. I don't know what that's got to do with anything. Joe Biden, what does that got to do with anything? They tried to hide it, but we focused on, we saw what he was doing with that ball cap. Fair use, here we go.
Specifically in the US economy. So let's talk about that a little bit. Because a billionaire from the Gulf just publicly challenged a push towards war with Iran. He specifically asked Donald Trump a question. He said, "Who gave you the authority to drag our region into war?" And that's a huge deal, because powerful business leaders in the Gulf rarely challenge presidents like that. And the message didn't stop there. Reports now say that Gulf countries are now reviewing their investments in America. We're talking about countries like Saudi Arabia, Qatar, the UAE, Kuwait, they control some of the largest sovereign wealth funds on earth. And those funds have trillions of dollars invested in the American economy. So when these countries start reviewing or delaying investments, they're using their economic leverage. It's about time. I want you to think about the moment we're living in right now. The region that controls a fifth of the world's oil and holds trillions invested in the global economy is now warning about the war. And when money, energy, and geopolitics collide, the entire world will feel it.
Yeah. And we're on the edge of that. They said, wait about a week and you'll see the reserves are going to run out and you're going to feel these oil prices. And I just have my sympathies, man, to the person who's making about 30 or under 30,000 a year. They got a wife, they got 2 kids, they got to make ends meet. When the gas goes up, man, that means they have to eat less. They can't eat the normal foods they've been eating. The gas prices have went up to $5, $6. Now they have to eat the rice and the beans, and take a piece of light bread, take some rice, take some beans, and that's your dinner. Meatless dinners for those people. And that's America, man. That's an American man. This man out working hard. He's a taxpayer. And he's having to eat a meatless dinner. And he's got to ration food to his kids because of this ridiculous war. And if maybe the gas prices were down to $2.40, $2.50 instead of $6, $7, $8, $9, he could feed his kids some meat. He could get his kids healthy as they assume their roles in support of America in this society. But he's going to have to cut back, man. And people don't care. There's so many people who just don't care. We used to be a country that cared. We used to care about each other, man. We don't care anymore. It's every man for himself. And that's how Putin does. That's Putin's way. That's how that's Vladimir Putin, every man for himself. And it looks like Trump is becoming Putin. California, there's belief that there's drones. There are going to be drone strikes in California. This is not good, man. This is not good. Russia got and so does Israel. No bills, man. You get a bill from the hospital, you can go bankrupt off that. You can have one incident. You're a hardworking family. Your wife can be delivering her baby and have complications. Do you know that you literally have to go and file bankruptcy? Because you can't afford that bill, man. And you're out here doing what you're supposed to. You're trying to make ends meet. You perhaps got another job, and what you want to do, you got a family. Your wife goes into the hospital, complications. There's a lot of stuff that insurance doesn't cover. And perhaps your insurance really ain't that good. So next thing you know, you got to put your house up. Financial ruin. And I'm saying we used to be a country where we cared about the American citizen. We're fast moving, where we just don't give a damn. It's every man for himself. This guy's becoming Putin real fast. Yeah, to the retired. Yeah, guy in the chat box. God bless you, brother. He retired. We got the join link posted, man. We'll take your thoughts. You want to add something? If there's some disagreement, no exit strategy. How do we get out of this? I looked at Dubai, man. Nobody was on the beach. People are getting out of there as quick as they could, quick as they can. There we go. We pinned it, man. We pinned the joint league. I don't know, man. I'm trying to figure this thing out, man. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of the bigots and the racists, they just want you to listen to Trump, blindly. And we're not going to do that. You can do that's your position. And Putin's like that. A lot of these beta males, Putin's like that. They look at guys like Trump and Putin as de facto fathers that they never had, or the father they had for a moment before he left their mom. And that's what these guys, they have a strong affinity for guys like Trump and Putin because they're the daddy they never had. They're the daddy that left their mom. And it's sad, man, because you can see it when the things they write. You can just see it. You can see it. Like the stream, man. There you go, bro. There you go. Let me give you some relief. What's up with your Auntie P? I don't know, man. He's becoming another Putin, man. It's just more and more the way he acts. The Supreme Court denied his tariffs. He said he's gonna do it again. This is not a war. Congress declares war. He won't quit. It's time to leave. He won't quit. No exit plan. And we're about to get waves of American casualties. Within the next couple of days, we'll get a fresh wave of American casualties, man. This incident's going to lose popularity. He's going to lose popularity when that comes in. It's going to, hopefully it won't be in your fam. Hopefully it won't be in your church. Hopefully it won't be in your city. Hopefully it won't be in your state. But we're about to get a wave of American dead. It's damn near 200 injured. More than that, about 500 injured. Shrapnel, traumatized, all types of things, man. The United States going to have to deal with that. There's hospitals filling up. They said one hospital had to take down labor and birth because their floors were filled with wounded. And these are more than just sitting in a waiting room. No, this is laying on the stretcher wounded. This has nothing to do with Democrat or Republican at all. I don't know where you're getting that from, the DNC. What the hell that got to do with anything? You can vote for Trump again. Somebody said Trump gonna run a third time. Vote for him again. This has nothing to do with the DNC, brother. This is about America and what's right. You got to get that through your head. And I know you can't, but you got to get that through your head. This is about America. And we got to do right. It's got nothing to do with no politics. And you shouldn't listen to your son-in-law when he asks you. You shouldn't ask him questions like, should I go into Iran? He's not qualified to even be speaking on that. Bubbles says these people are too stupid to know what's right. Sometimes you do wonder about that, though, man. What direction are we headed in? Because I don't understand this stuff, man. I mean, no exit strategy, a girls' school got hit, you got bad information. How come you haven't updated your information? So you're over there striking. You don't even know if you're hitting the right targets. The last time you updated your targets was 20 years ago. You know what I mean? That's not good intel. And what is all of this boasting that we're not going to follow the rules of engagement? There ain't nothing tough about that. What do you mean you're not going to follow the rules of engagement? You don't have a choice. That's not tough. Any country can do that. Any country can say, I'm not going to follow the rules of engagement. I'm going to use illegal weapons. I'm going to torture. That's not tough, man. You don't do that because that's just the way war is. You shouldn't even be involved in the war. That's how you deal with that. I feel your Bubbles. What's up with you, Fresh?
Hey, what's going on? Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up? I hear you.
Yeah, I do agree with the majority of what you're saying. I think the comparison to Vladimir Putin is, I don't understand it. Like as much as I agree with the error of Donald Trump initiating a war in Iran, I don't see Vladimir Putin initiating a war. I look at the Ukraine war as a war also initiated by the United States. It's another U.S. president getting us into a war that I think we should be just as critical of. Like, why does Joe Biden get passed for spending $350 billion?
You're gonna have your the background. You're working, right?
No, I'm sorry. I was shuffling around. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear a lot of the background. Joe Biden. Okay, that's pretty much all you wanted to say. Joe Biden. I got you.
No, it isn't. I think there is a legitimate criticism of Donald Trump for
what does Joe Biden have to do with this war that's been started by Trump and his son-in-law?
What do you mean? I mean, we have been in a war with the Ukraine for the past 5 years now.
We've been supporting Ukraine. Yeah, and that was Putin. Putin invaded Ukraine.
No, the United States initiated
a war. No.
Ukraine.
Putin
in defense of the Ukraine.
Okay, did Putin invade or not? Did he invade? Yes or no?
So what is the difference between a country defending its sovereignty when the U.S. invades and threatens to?
Well, we're talking about the Ukraine. You said the Ukraine. I'm saying
Yeah. So the reason why
Putin invaded Ukraine. You could say what you want about the America was inside doing things they shouldn't be doing and all of that. You know, all of the stuff about NATO. You could say that has nothing to do with him invading the country.
So what is the difference between intervening in Iran and intervening in the Ukraine?
Man, is that your phone?
That's my phone. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, you at war with your phone, bro.
Hold on.
I can't hear you, man. No, you at war. Yeah, you at war with your phone, bro.
No. I'm fine now. I just took my headphones off, so you're good.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, exactly my point. So, like I said, there is no difference between what you claim as an unjustified war in Iran and going to war and spending billions and hundreds of billions of dollars over the past 5 years in a country in the Ukraine. Like the justification that you are trying to say, where the military has been utilized for unjustified reason, like it is no different. Like if you are incensed by the idea that we are in a war with Iran, then you should be equally incensed and frustrated by the fact that we spent $350 billion on a war in the Ukraine while homelessness went up 20% in America. Like, what is the difference?
Oh, you don't think that we should support Ukraine with weapons?
Absolutely not.
Wow.
What is the strategic value in doing that? How does that benefit Americans? How is that any different than what we are doing right now in Iran?
Oh, I agree with you on see, but that's what I'm saying. What Putin did, and I get it. Okay, America was support, but what happened in Ukraine, I get it. That's Putin. I'm looking at Trump. I don't see a difference with Iran the way he's acting, because that's the way Putin is. Putin has took tremendous losses of trying to go into the Ukraine. Ridiculous amount. They've lost.
No, Ukraine has lost. Ukraine has lost an entire generation of its men. Ukraine is decimated. Ukraine will never be the country that it ever was again. And there's no way for the Ukraine to ever win. There's absolutely none. There's no strategic, no logistical way for the United States or Ukraine to win a war against a country the size of Russia. What you are saying is strategically and logistically impossible. In the same way that you are trying to justify what is happening in the Ukraine, is the same thing that you're trying to say is wrong with Iran. There's literally there's no difference.
No. We need to support Ukraine because Putin.
None whatsoever. None whatsoever.
Putin he's going after Poland. If he can get through to Ukraine, he's going to go after the other countries.
Putin, we're right now reducing sanctions in Russia in order to support our gasoline, the lack of oil that we're producing right now. Like if what you are saying, if you really believe that, then we're actually helping them. It makes no coherent sense to support a war in Ukraine and demolish all of our strategic military supply in a country that has no strategic value to us. All these people, all these senators are saying the only reason why we're even at war with Russia is in order to weaken them, and it hasn't worked. Russia has gone up. The GDP is up 3% this year. Like everything that we're supposedly doing in order to weaken this country has backfired on us. We've lost most of our ammunition. The supposed Iron Dome in Israel has been a shit show. There's absolutely no actual support in like Israel is supposed to be one of the most fortified countries because of the United States military might and support. And Iran is demolishing them. In a matter of a week, they've shown that all of the Patriot missiles, all of these U.S. military air defense support systems don't mean shit because they cost too much, and Iran is able to destroy.
Hold on. How come we, as an American people, are not being told what's going on as far as with the weapons, the grounds, the destruction. How come we, like, I'm looking on Twitter, I'm looking on, I know obviously on TV it's going to be censored, but I'm looking on Twitter. It's only when I go to foreign news agencies that I get an idea of what's going on. Well, I thought America was about freedom.
You mean in Iran or in Israel? Where?
Well, in Israel.
Oh, because it shows how weak we are. Like the idea that we show that the Iron Dome is not an effective deterrent in the country that's supposed to be heavily fortified by U.S. billions of dollars of U.S. military aid and so and infrastructure support is being demolished by a country that has that has no like real no real like army. And I like the like the things that we're shown is being carefully coordinated and propagandized. Essentially, our media is lying to us. They are not presenting the truth in order to project strength. It's CNN, it's MSNBC, it's Fox News, it's all of our news industries, all of our all of the things that we're supposed to rely on to inform the people are lying to us in order to project strength
I got you,
across
but
the globe.
okay, but they're not. Okay, I get it. Fox News brainwash the American people.
Not just
Censor
Fox
things.
News. It's
Wait a minute.
MSNBC. It's
Wait,
CNN.
wait a minute. Wait a minute. What? Brainwash the American people. Censor the news. Don't let them know what's. Trump tells them whatever he says, or whatever lie they tell you, believe it. But the world stage knows to some, not everything. They know what's going on in this war.
Yeah,
And
look,
it makes us
if you
look,
go on Al Jazeera,
we look really stupid because they're looking and saying, wait a minute, who's telling you guys that this Iran is fighting hard? They're about to surrender. Where are you getting that from? That's what I'm saying. You go on Twitter and you can see that now. When you look at a Fox News, I saw Sean Hannity was talking about time to pop the champagne. I was like, huh, is it over?
yeah, but they said that about the Iraq war too. You know what I mean? Like they said, that they're gonna welcome us as liberators. Like the United States lies about its military might and hasn't won a war in the past 50 years. We lost Vietnam. We lost Iraq. We lost Afghanistan. Um, we have actively been losing the war in in uh in Ukraine right now. Like there hasn't been a war. Like and the whole point of these wars isn't to actually win. And I think that's like really the point. It's to have sustain. It's an embezzlement scam. It is a way to defraud Americans from their tax dollars. It's a way to scare you enough to justify hundreds of billions of dollars without any real discretion. It is to the whole point is to bamboozle people into being so fearful that they have no actual common sense that they're actually being stolen from. Like the whole point of all these wars is to it is I mean it's the $1 million plunger. It is how American military it's the military industrial complex essentially like feeding itself. Every single year the budget goes up. We're spending $1 trillion on the Pentagon this year, the Department of Defense.
You're
Like
anti-war.
absolutely. Who is pro-war? What
We have
fool thinks that we spend more than the next 20 countries combined on our military and somehow still are this bad at it?
No, you're
Like
right about that. Now the
it is. Yeah.
execution is terrible, but we got to have a strong defense, though.
I think that a strong defense doesn't mean so what does that mean that we have military bases in 800 countries all over the world, 800 military bases all over the world. How is that defense?
I think
What
that's.
what is defensive about 800 military bases
I think
in the South China Sea?
A military presence is good for this country. I think that fellowship and just networking to some degree, just having Americans introduced to that country, that culture, they see an American up front. service person or whatever. I think that's good. I think it's good ambassadorship to have all of those bases there. Now,
I think China does a much better and more effective job by actually doing trade. They trade with, I think, 40% of the entire globe. Like their investments in Africa are a good example of international stewardship. Like they build things, they create things with the wealth that they have, and then when countries can't afford it, you know what they've been doing for the past decade in Africa? While America has been trying to do these military and IMF and Global Monetary Fund loans, they've been forgiving loans, billions and billions of dollars, building infrastructure with countries that have the
oh no,
majority of the world's like resources.
hold
Like
up now.
they are a leader through diplomacy,
Now,
through actual interaction, through trade, through commerce, through actual like actual
but fresh.
exchange of ideas, not simply just allowing our military might. Like we're just bullies, and every single time
Fresh,
America is just bullies.
fresh. Let's deal with the Chinese thing. Now, you said in Africa, right?
Yeah.
Now, fresh. I'm not gonna say that I've seen like a whole lot of this happening. I'm not gonna say that. Obviously, that would be literally impossible. But what they're doing in Africa is atrocious. The beatings. I've seen the Chinese, the people in charge beat Africans. I've seen the beatings. I've seen the way the roads. I've seen the way they're taking the women down there. It's almost like it's not right in the way that when you look at it, it's not. It's unnatural. They're going to these African countries, and they're speaking Mandarin. That's all. They just put up a sign saying the Kenyan school. I don't know which Ghanaian schools are now. Mandarin is an official language in this African country. It's crazy now what they're doing over there.
I wholeheartedly disagree.
I saw the beatings. That's all the beatings. The guy wanted his money, and that Chinese dude had a whip. That Chinese dude whipped all them guys.
I am Nigerian. I can tell you that that is a thing that happened. Like I'm not going to speak to. I don't know. I haven't seen these videos that you're claiming, but what I know is that the economic destitution and the intentional withholding of progress that the West has done in most of these African countries is appalling. And it is the idea that that is even close to comparable to the destitution that and the poverty that the West has imposed on these countries that have the greatest amount of wealth on the world is it is abominable. Like I cannot compare what you are claiming as atrocious as this beating that you're claiming as compared to what I have seen for the past 50 years in this country. And it's only in the past maybe 3 years with like Burkina Faso, right? They kicked out France, and immediately, you know what happened to Burkina Faso? They had something like 3,000 miles of road creation in the past 40 years. In the past, what's happened in the past year?
Yeah, I saw that. No, I saw
They
that.
have like 5,000 miles of road creation in the past year.
Got a lot of women over there too.
Beautiful women.
No, they say they got too many women. They won't. I don't know about Western men, but they do want men. They need men because they have what they consider too many women, and those women need husbands.
I'm only saying is that the economic prosperity that is capable in Africa has been repressed for decades, and that is through the partnership with Western countries and the idea.
The Chinese are doing a horrible job.
Where are they doing a horrible job? Everywhere I look, they're building bridges. They're using their industrial and production manufacturing expertise to teach other. I'm looking across Africa, and it's looking like the future to me. Like I look at China, I look at these other African countries, Burkina Faso, Niger, Mali, like all these places have increased in infrastructure development in the
Should they?
past just 3 5 years
Uh,
with the aid of with China. And
okay.
don't and here's the thing, don't take my word for it. Look it up yourself. I welcome people to look. I don't believe me, don't believe the words that are coming out of my mouth. Look it up yourself. Do not trust me. And I actually encourage people, don't trust my words. Look it up. Don't trust anything that you hear.
You think
Look
it?
it up.
Do you think it's okay for those countries you named, Nigeria, uh,
No,
um,
Niger, not Nigeria.
Niger, or
Yeah.
whatever? All of those countries for those kids. I'm talking about a 2-year-old, 3-year-old to grow up and speak Mandarin. Is that you cool with that?
I'm teaching my son Mandarin right now. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well,
I think it is a good thing. We teach people Spanish in America. I'm from New York. My wife is like a fluent Spanish speaker. She's Jamaican, but I encourage people to know other people's cultures. I think that is the greatest weakness of Americans.
What about your
Also,
own culture? Hold on. What about your own culture though? Shouldn't that be highlighted?
Yeah, I mean, I am saddened.
No. You sound like you want to teach your kid Mandarin. You don't sound like you're proud to teach your kid. I don't know. You say you're from Nigeria or whatever your tongue is. I don't know. I'm not in Africa. I don't know. You don't sound
I
like
do I do want to. I was just about to say that. Like I'm saddened that I didn't grow up speaking my native tongue, but
Are
I
you
very very much want to learn.
hold up, you don't speak Nigerian? Whatever
I
that
don't speak
language.
Yoruba. Yeah, I don't speak Yoruba
You
myself.
Yoruba, and you teaching your kid to speak Mandarin?
Mandarin, because I think that it is beneficial to him in the global sense. I think we are in the Asian we're in the dawn of like the Asian Republic. Like I think we are going into what will be an Asian century. Um
Would you
China
would,
China is already the number one grossing GDP in the world.
would you consider yourself a proud Nigerian man?
Bro, I am the most like pro Pan-African black man. I love Africa. I love black people. I love my people. Like when I talk about all these issues, these policies, it's because they are to the detriment of my people. The idea that we continue these wars in Africa, we allow these Western countries to decimate and repress all the potential that is there is in itself like it is a fight against the racist policies that we allow to continue
Fresh,
unabated. And
fresh.
it is a weakness of our intellect and
What
our beliefs in ourselves that we allow that to happen.
you like to talk to fresh.
I'm sorry. I'm on a soapbox right now. Yeah, for sure.
Fresh. Nigerian, Jamaican. What's the language of the Jamaican?
Well, they speak. I mean, like I guess like a Jamaican patois. I guess. I mean, like it's like a
Patois. Let's just go with that. You don't know. That's just so you know what I'm talking about. Patois.
right.
You say you're a proud Nigerian man,
Sure.
African man, proud to African descent. Yet you're teaching your offspring to speak Mandarin. You're not putting the forefront what you don't speak, what you said you never learned, and you're not putting forth your
That's
way.
That's
No,
a business decision. That's a business decision. That is. I
can't-
also grew up learning Spanish. I know more Spanish. I also know more Spanish than that. Like that has nothing to do with
Yes, you
my.
You can't say you're a proud Nigerian man and you're raising your son like that. That's all.
Well, show me.
that's
Show me where the Yoruba classes are.
that
Show
that's
me.
the
Show
big.
me.
But
Show me where the Duolingo Yoruba is.
but
Because
fresh.
I can promise you I can look up just
In your
about
in your house. in your
In my
blood?
house,
Yeah, where
I don't.
where your people at? Your people don't speak it?
My mother does, but I mean, I can't speak it with her just by herself.
Hold up.
So
We hope your mom's still around, right?
My mom is still around, but she's not like local. It's not like
nah,
very
That's
convenient.
Yeah, fresh. I
someone
don't know, bro.
kid.
Y'all are really nitpicking right now. I'm not really actually
you
addressing
brought it
all
up,
of the.
bro.
Y'all are really trying to like focus on like all the wrong things. Like
But you brought
literally
it up.
the same.
You
The
said it.
Democratic Party is the guilty party that started the genocide. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris started a war in Palestine, and then started a war in the Ukraine. And you're focused on whether or not I speak Yoruba.
Hold up, Joe Biden did. Okay, and go ahead.
Oh wow, bro.
Go ahead.
That's kind of
Don't even worry
Please,
about that.
bro. Hey,
Go
man,
back
listen.
to the point because he's trying to run away from. Go back to the
I'm
point.
not running away from nothing.
No,
What's the point?
Listen,
We're talking about geopolitics. You're talking about me speaking Yoruba.
His wife
No,
speaks
listen.
Jamaican, and he doesn't speak Nigerian, but he doesn't. He's trying to use that excuse. He's trying to teach his kid to be a Chinese man.
Fam, I heard it all. Hey, G, I ain't gonna even lie to you. I don't even care about the politics at this point, because you were saying some things I was just rocking when I was listening to. I was like, yeah, they started the war, the Ukraine, and supporting that. Why are we supporting that? And then you talking about being proud of your race, and then at the same time, in the same sense, you say you don't speak your own language. That's wild, bro.
So where you from?
It's not a feeling. You said it.
Where are you from? What about me saying that I don't speak Yoruba makes my criticism of the Democratic Party funding a genocide in two countries less relevant? Like, what about my critique is devalued by me somehow saying?
Ask a question, then ask another question. Like,
fresh. You don't hold up, fresh. I get it. We sort of got you in a corner.
You don't got me in no corner. I'm fine. Like, you don't got me not at all.
Are you in America, fresh?
I am in America. I'm in New York right now.
Oh, he's in New York. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead, Tabor.
So going back, let me tell you how I see it, right? Let me tell you, because you asked the last question. You asked a few of them, but let me go back to the last one you asked. What makes it, why it matters as far as your political stance? Because it's a why didn't you take care of home with the Chinese people, right? Instead of coming to America and feeling the way about America. Y'all got politics over there, right? So why you not focused on those politics? Just a question. Hello?
Hold on. I'm trying to put you on speaker. Got it.
I'm asking you, why you not focused? Why are you in America instead of being over there in Africa working with the Chinese people and helping out the politics over there? Just a question.
That doesn't personally. I think it's patriotic to actually fight for a country that is clearly off the rails. Like, I grew up here in America. This is my country. I had to spend. I spent 30. Let me just speak. Like, I spent the past 40 years fighting for my citizenship. Okay, so since I came here, I wasn't a citizen. It took me 37 years to become a citizen of the United States. When people talk to me about the rights that Americans have, I had to fight for it. I wasn't born here. I didn't get to have it. Like, it took me a long time to get the rights. Because you're asking me. Because you're asking me why I'm not. You asked me. You asked me a question.
No,
you asked me. You asked me why I'm not in Africa fighting for the rights of Africans in Africa. And I'm telling you, I grew up here.
That's not what I said.
Hold up, Tabor. I mean, hold up. You're a New York man. You're a New York citizen, right? Married man with a couple of kids. I don't know your business, but we're gonna go by the son.
Wild,
and you teaching one of your boys to speak Chinaman. bro.
Yeah,
You tripping, bro? No,
There's
no.
nothing.
Over
There's
your
nothing.
own
There's nothing
language,
tripping about that.
bro.
Do you speak? Did you go to college? Do you go to school in America?
What that got to do
Yes,
with anything?
yes, sir.
Okay, so they have you usually have like language requirements. Like you have to learn Spanish and or
No,
French or
no,
one of
yeah,
these other
That's
but
not the same.
languages.
no.
Why is that not the same?
I would have
Listen,
failed that class,
okay,
bro. I would have failed that
okay.
one.
Listen, let's
Cause
go
So
back, bro.
you
Let's
never took another language.
I don't
let,
want to speak Spanish.
I don't want to speak no other language but my language. Hey, listen, let's go back right quick, bro.
What I know for sure as a
Let's
person that
go.
was
Let's
educated
go.
in America
You keep
is that
moving
a
the
second
goalposts,
language.
G.
I'm
You
addressing the
are.
things that you
Listen,
keep on
listen,
bringing up.
listen. No, no, you haven't.
You're attacked.
I brought up the same thing. You listen. Let's stop for a second. Let's go back to what I originally asked you, bro. I don't care about your citizenship yet. Your citizenship. I'm asking you, why didn't you stay in Africa, or at least go back to Africa and help the Chinese people, build your country up?
I don't even know what like I said.
It's a
I
simple
grew up.
question, bro.
Yeah, and I told you that I grew up here in the United States.
Okay, you grew up here in the United States.
That my entire life I fought for my citizenship here, and I believe in the values that are claimed in the Constitution. That when people say that there's that we have a sovereignty in our space, that
Okay.
all
You
these things,
rambling. You
things
rambling.
that are.
Let's pause.
I'm not
Pause.
rambling.
Pause. You
Are you
rambling, bro.
slow? Are you
Listen, bro.
slow?
oh,
Listen,
come
bro.
on,
I
man,
asked you a
don't do
Come on,
specific
that.
bro. Like
question, bro.
I feel like you're trying to
I
insult me.
asked you a
Like you
I'm
keep on
not.
trying to like.
I asked you a specific question, bro. You rambling. I'm telling you. I
What
asked
is
you a specific
rambling about that?
question.
Don't
I
hurl
answered your
insults,
Listen,
question.
man. No
bro.
I
Just stop
insults.
apologize. I
talking.
shouldn't have
Just stop
said that.
talking.
I
I'm
apologize. I shouldn't
asking.
have said that.
I'm
You're
asking you a
right.
specific question. Why people
Gods are
You're
with
breaking up, bro. I can't hear you.
the gods are with you. They don't silenced the boy.
You just turned into it like a cyborg just now, bro. I don't know. I ain't heard a damn thing you said.
He probably
You
on that
was
road,
that?
Plat. He probably on
bro.
that road.
I was
I'm in the
like,
middle of
I'm
nowhere.
talking to.
Listen, can you hear me, bro? Can you
Yeah.
can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, now I'm asking you a specific question. Why didn't
Right.
you go back to Africa and help the Chinese people build up your country? Just a
And I
question. Just that
and I just
answer
told
that.
you. I just told you.
Okay,
I'm an American. I grew up here. I
you're
spent the
not
past
American. You
37.
had to fight for your citizenship.
Right.
You had to get paperwork to become that. I'm an actual
Right.
American. I was born here. My people was born here. I don't speak another language from another country. The reason why I'm asking you that, because at
And
this
neither
point,
do
if
I.
you listen, okay, bro.
So
Listen,
what is
the reason why I'm asking
you want to claim more
listen,
Americanness
let me
than me because you were born here and not that I had to fight to claim
bro,
my
that's
citizenship?
what I said.
What gives you more right to be an American citizen?
Hey, Tabor,
Yeah, you
your
bugged out,
voice
Tabor.
is borging out.
Go ahead. Give yourself a minute, Tabor. Go ahead, Jr. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll just take it back to more the original topic with Iran and the US, and it's you said something that was really profound, Platt, to say when this is all done, who's gonna pay for it? And
Us.
it's gonna be on the taxpayers
Yeah.
again to pay for it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that, to me, I'm like, look, Congress hasn't declared it a war, but you get the president using the word war. You get the Secretary of War using the word war when they're standing up and they're giving their speeches
Yeah.
in front of the American people in the press.
Yeah.
So for for this quote unquote operation that's occurring right now, or the president said an excursion, like we're in an excursion right now. I'm like, come on, man, let's not mess around with words. Let's call it what it is. If
And
we're at war, and if we have miscalculated how Iran will defend itself, because all our allies in these areas, Saudi Arabia, UAE,
mhm.
Qatar, all these areas that we do business with,
and all these areas that invest heavily into the U.S., they're taking the residual damage, not the U.S. You
Well,
know,
we're taking it too. I mean,
we
like they.
look. I mean, look.
Sorry.
Sadly we lost 7 soldiers,
No, we
right?
lost more than that.
And I
They're
want to
lying.
say they
They're lying
reported.
about that.
I mean,
I
look,
know.
we can only go off of what's reported, right?
Yeah.
So we lost 7 soldiers, and there's been 100 plus,
Uh,
upwards of like 140 plus injured
uh,
in
uh,
these
Jr.
attacks.
Jr. I'm sorry. It's way more than 7.
It's
Jr.
way
I
more
mean,
than
but
7.
I'm only going.
Jr. The proof is we're being lied to. We're this is crazy, right, Jr. We're America. We're actually censored now. We didn't used to be like that. You got to go to other countries to find out what's going on.
I
It's
mean,
a
look,
fact.
I'll give you that. The one thing America has been good at, if service members have died in combat or in operations, the news outlets make sure they report that, unless you're in some clandestine operation or something that's special tactics or special forces or something like that. But for the normal enlisted or officer personnel that are in our armed forces, when they perish, and whether it's again war or in an operation, the U.S. media is pretty good about highlighting those people to give those people their flowers, give those people that time, and our government does a good job of the dignified transfer. So all I've seen is the 7 dignified transfer. I haven't seen any
Well,
more,
I'll just
but
say
they have
this: that the
reported a lot of injuries. But what I will say is that uh plant, like I said, you spoke on it profoundly, man. Who's paying for it at the end? We're going to foot. We
The
are going
U.S.
as
The U.S.
U.S.
gonna pay.
taxpayers.
U.S. gonna pay for everything. He said,
We
"All
will
right,
foot
all
the
right."
bill
Well,
for
let
it.
me tell you something. When you get to
Yep.
that girls' school, it might be 5 years from now. When they take that girls' school in front of the UN and all of that, they're gonna get a judgment, bro. That's gonna be ridiculous. It's gonna be
yeah.
a ridiculous amount of money for them 160 little girls. That's gonna be probably what, $20 billion.
But
United States.
let's also talk about like what it does to like our reputation and the belief of who we are as a nation. Like Donald Trump and all these people that are kind of okay with the war in Iran are claiming that it's a war of like a just war. It is us in defense of Iranian women. It is us coming to the salvation of a people that are oppressed by a dictatorship, right? And the first thing within 2 days of initiating a war is we kill 160 children.
That was
They,
on
they,
day
they,
one. That was day one.
okay, so day one, the first thing we do in the first attack, in the claim of like a military assault on that we claim is to protect sovereignty around the world, to prevent a nuclear arms race of a country that is so insane that they can't be trusted with like with bombs and weapons. And the first thing we do is so carelessly kill 160 children, girls.
Hey,
Who
hey,
who
hey, hey, hey,
believes
li-
who
listen.
believes
Hold
who
hold on.
believes that these people are sane or even like competent enough to have this kind of power? And
I'm
Hey,
and
I'm
if
good.
that is
hold
the case, then you have to question
on.
all of it.
I
All
got
of
you.
it
Okay.
should
I'm
be
I'm
fair
I'm
fair
I'm
game for
I'm glad.
questioning.
Tabor, please hold up. Just I'm let you go,
All right.
Tabor. Fresh. Now you need to be a little bit clear. Clear. People think somebody said, "Who the f is we?" You not even from here. What exactly do
Facts.
they mean by that? Because you were
The
born
United
here.
States of United States of America.
You were born in America.
I wasn't born in America.
Oh, you were.
So
You were
Nah.
hold up. You was born in Nigeria.
I was.
Okay,
So
and you
so
what?
what there's so
No,
what there's
no, no, no.
what the and I
How
and I
old?
and I spent and committed.
How old were you when you came to America?
I was 4.
Oh, you was 4. Okay, all right. No, that's them. No, I don't. Fresh. We're different. Just like you think different than I do, and that's them. They don't particularly consider you one of us. I don't have no problem with you though, brother.
Hey, you don't have to think. You don't have to. That's fine. I know that my children are American. all of my education is here. I spent the past 40 years of my life here. I had to fight for citizenship here. Like whatever you think makes you more American because you were born here and you have the privileges and all the benefits of
You ain't
citizenship.
gotta
But
gaslight nobody, bro. Why you
I'm not
gaslight?
gaslighting nobody.
Fresh,
I'm
no, hold
speaking.
on,
I'm speaking my truth.
hold up now, Fresh.
You got a lot of shit to talk and can't tell me why you are just more justified in
Hold up.
speaking about or the United States than I am.
Okay, now
Like
hold
you
up.
ain't got shit to say to me, bro.
No, hold up, Fresh. Just hold up for a minute, Fresh. I don't have no problem with you, but Fresh, I have to disagree with that. I was born here. They were born here. Now, Fresh, you had to put paperwork in and do, I don't know, whatever you had to do. Listen, and I'm sure you did that, you know, and then you had to denounce Nigeria and become a citizen and all that. I didn't have to do none of that. So now you're saying that don't make me more of an American than you. I'm trying to say this the proper way. I can see how it could be looked at that way. You see what I'm saying? I can see how someone who's natural born.
You can feel that way, and I have feelings myself. Is all I'm saying.
If I went to Nigeria today, and went through the legal process, would the people in Nigeria look at me as a fellow Nigerian because I'm from America?
Do you speak the language? Are you part of the culture? Or do you eat the food? Are your children Nigerian? Are you married to a Nigerian woman? But you're not married what about all of that? Are you asking me whether or not
you're married to a Jamaican woman? You're not married to an American woman?
An American-born woman, born here in America.
Okay, all right. So if I went to Nigeria and I married a Jamaican woman born in Nigeria and I'm from America, the other Nigerians, right? No disrespect, would look at me the same. That's all I'm saying.
So what makes are you telling me like how many generations removed do you need to be? I'm asking you. I know I'm asking you a legitimate question. So like my wife was born in America. Her parents have a a Jamaican heritage, but she born and raised her entire life. What makes her less American than you or anybody else? Because everybody comes from someplace.
I got you.
America is a country of immigrants. Like every single person here is an immigrant from some part of their lineage. At what point does your Americanness out trump my Americanness? The problem with the conversation we're having is that like you are trying to claim more of America than I do because you're one generation removed from my lineage. And the problem is that this entire country is immigrants. The whole point of the Constitution, of the way that we're formulated, is that we all come together from different walks of earth, and then we come here to create a community of people that then fosters like certain ideals that you believe certain things. That is the point.
Out of many is one. You're right.
Right. So when you say that I can't claim America, it's like I mean, like it's just as
I didn't say
not
that.
you, not you specifically. I'm just saying that like it's
that's Tabor. Tabor is saying that.
I get it. I mean, I don't know Tabor. I'm just saying that like everybody like you don't get to claim America more than I do. Like I put work in for this. You know what I mean? Like it didn't come easy. It took lots of money, lots of blood, sweat, and tears. I couldn't work for years and years.
But Black Americans aren't immigrants, bro. I had to let you know that, bro. We're not immigrants.
You were kidnapped from Africa and brought here.
Do you know the definition of do you know the definition of an immigrant?
My point is that you're not indigenous to this country.
Your point is wrong if you're calling us immigrants.
Well, you're not indigenous to the country. Like,
okay, but do you know the definition? Do you know the definition of an immigrant? What is the definition of an immigrant?
Whether or not you come here intentionally, like on your own,
or whether
an
immigrant, you migrated here by choice. You made the choice to come here. You wasn't forced. You weren't stolen. You weren't taken from another land.
Point being is that you are from a different
I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know.
Is imported. The point being is that you're imported.
I'm just letting you know.
We're derailing from the actual point. Like I'm not here to debate about my cultural background.
I got a question for you though. What's your position on reparations as it pertains to Black Americans who are descendants of slavery?
Oh, it is a debt owed to FBAs. Absolutely, that is way overdue. The fact that we are even having a conversation about it is some bullshit. It is absolutely due to Black Americans, and I think that it is the fact that we are not actively talking about it being the way that we solve most of the problems in America is a travesty. That's very clear. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
The only issue though is none of my business, and I'm wrong. Call me a name. I don't feel comfortable with you teaching your kid Chinese when your mom or whatever. I mean, I get what you're saying. It's a modern world and all that. Teach them Spanish and stuff. But he needs a foundation, man. His foundation is Nigerian, and somebody got to teach him Nigerian. Then the Chinese stuff can come. That's all.
Like I said, it may be a matter of convenience, but the simple fact that I can teach my children Mandarin is a thing that I think benefits them. Like I don't know about that. They will have a leg up in the world because they can speak a language that is.
Watch this right here. Watch this, Fresh. Watch this. I want you to watch this. Right? We don't know each other. Watch this. I'm gonna do a little poll. Watch this. Jared.
Yeah.
Jared, what do you say when you see a Black guy speaking Mandarin? Like when you just walking around and he's looking at you and you see him talking Mandarin. What do you think of a Black guy like that?
I mean, I'm not going to judge him, but I would wonder why he's speaking Mandarin in America. If he's in America, I don't know like what country like he's from. So.
Be for real. Do you look at him as one of you though? I'm saying you see him running around. He speaks Chinese.
Well, do you speak your? Well, where's your family from?
I'm from here, bro. I'm from America, bro.
No, but I mean, you like you said, you're not an immigrant. You were stolen and kidnapped here. Like your family is from some indigenous country in Africa. And
do you understand that there were Black indigenous in America before African slaves were brought here?
Hold up, man. Hold on. Fresh y'all done ran Fresh off. Yeah, ran Fresh done jumped off the stream, bro. Yeah, I knew I was trying to go through everybody. He won't let me do it because he knows he knows. Come on, man, you tripping, man. You teaching your kid to speak Mandarin, man. You know your kid gonna look to other Black people.
That's a bit, yeah. I don't want to say extreme, but it is a bit. It's very different. Now I can see if we were in China and I saw a Black man speaking Mandarin. Okay, yep, you have to kind of adapt to your surroundings, so you're gonna learn that native, tongue. But you on American soil, you're African American man, and you're teaching your offspring Mandarin, as a second language. I mean,
I don't believe him on reparations. I think he just said that.
I don't know about that.
I don't believe him on reparations, but I don't believe him on reparations. I don't think Fresh telling us the truth, right? Because look, Fresh. One guy said that's different for him. What about you, Tabor?
Why is it different?
No, hold up. We're gonna get into that. Hold up, Tabor. You don't have to pay no attention to this. We just on the internet, man. But I do want this to be as you raise your son to think about it twice. Tabor. This
man, he on the road, play. Come on,
Go ahead, JR.
Yeah, like I said, hey, no disrespect.
JR, give him an example.
My bad, bro. I'm here, bro. Go ahead, JR.
I want you, Tabor, to tell me if you right now went into the convenience store, you at the truck stop, there's another guy right around the same age, and he's speaking Mandarin. What's your opinion of him?
English is not your first language. If you're talking about cultural, why does it matter?
He asked me. Do you mind if I answer the question that he asked me? Now, when I hear it, because I do hear it and see that they're different, I just know he just not from where I'm from, and I'm cool with it. Wherever he from, fam,
But
I'm
but he's
cool with
not
it.
one of. He's not you though. He's not like you.
He's not a black American. He's not from here, and that's fine. You hear what I'm saying? It's a bunch of a lot of his story that I wouldn't know, but I can guarantee you this: if they're trying to talk to me, they know how to speak English.
Well, let me ask you this, Tabor. Would you teach your kids Mandarin?
Hell no. Hell,
there you go.
They're gonna learn Spanish first, at least Spanish first. And
my kids speak
hey,
Spanish.
You know who speaks? Hold on. Do you know who speaks Mandarin? Truck. You believe it or not, Truck speaks Mandarin, but that's a difference.
But
you raise
but
your
don't he don't he travel? Doesn't he travel?
Nah, he went to school in China for a while.
Yeah,
he got money.
Something like that.
He speaks about 25%.
Does China allow Africans is there a space for Africans in China?
There's a huge oh yeah. I mean, look on YouTube. There's a lot of traveling. There's a lot of traveling Africans.
What's the area? I'm not talking about traveling, bro. I'm talking about living in China.
Like,
are there Africans are there Africans in China doing what Africans are doing what China's doing in China?
Tabor.
Yes.
The crazy thing is,
it's a simple question, bro.
Are you asking if there is like a huge community of Africans in China? No, I mean they'd have to travel over 4,000 miles away to get there. It is not the same as like Mexicans going to America.
They're not
like,
letting y'all come there and pillage
their
land and control their people.
That's not true.
What do you mean?
That's not true.
You just said it. You just said it.
That's not true.
What are y'all pillaging in China, bro?
Look up the laws.
What are y'all pillaging in China?
Look up the laws of immigrating to China. They are looking for people to immigrate to China because they have a low birth rate. They've reduced the requirements for foreigners from Africa to immigrate into China. They've reduced it so that you don't have to pay. They've reduced it so that you have to spend like only a little bit of time there. Like they're looking for people to come.
So why are you not there, bro?
I've already told you, bro. Like I'm here. My children are here. I've spent the past 37 years fighting for the rights of African Americans to be here.
Hey,
Tabor, hold up for a minute, Tabor. And I seen it on Twitter now. I haven't confirmed. There was a black man. He was bragging on it. He was in a tower. He was up there, man, like the 23rd, 25th floor. He said he was paying $900 a month. He had a real nice apartment in China. It was like 40% occupied. He was big in Americans. He said, man, y'all need to try out China. He said, I pay $900 a month. I got laundry. I got everything. I could pay for all that about $100. He said, all my needs are met. I'm in China. And now he showed the landscape. It was beautiful, man. Absolutely beautiful. I didn't even know you can go to China.
Bro, it is very affordable to go to China. And one of the things that I learned during COVID, when they had like the shutdown of TikTok, a lot of people they left TikTok and they went to this Chinese app called Zhaoxing Show. It's Red Book is the name of the app, Red Book, right? And
that's some Chairman Mao shit, ain't it?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
but
that's
what I learned by having conversations with people that weren't like me was the difference in people's lifestyles. Like when we talk about like how great America is, what I see by traveling around America is a lot of these cities are completely destitute, and a lot of these places it's where Black people live. There's a lot of poverty in America. There's a lot of people sleeping under bridges.
So why
and
are you here?
the homelessness rate in America is insane. China has almost
why does that matter?
China has almost eliminated 800 million homeless people.
Don't do that. They got homeless in China.
So
Come on, man.
China has reduced extreme poverty by 800 million
China has
800 million people.
okay.
So
Well, we don't
so
have that many.
three times the
Hold up,
population of
bullshit.
America.
America ain't got no 800 million people that's homeless.
No,
Platt,
from
I got a
extreme
question
poverty
for you,
in the
Platt.
past 40 years,
Man, this dude
they've
here,
reduced.
bro.
So look it up. Like I
China
said,
has
don't
a
believe
I don't
me.
need to look it
Look,
up.
so
China has
don't believe me. Look it
a
up yourself.
China has a significant.
Look up what it is. Look up the cost of living in China. Like what I was saying about Red Note
Fine.
was that
Listen, bro.
the
I didn't have to
the
leave
same
my
cost, the
country
same
to go
like
get ahead.
70% or 80% of all millennials in China own their own home. So people 18 and up
Why don't
own their own home. Can you say that about Americans? You can't.
Why don't you go there?
I would love to, but you know what? I actually believe in fighting for the for the needs of American people, for
Everybody
my
but
black
your own.
people.
That's why
Excuse
you're in
me?
New York talking about China. That don't even.
Yeah,
I said you're fighting for
I can use I can look at a good because I can look at an example of something that's successful and say
Platt,
that maybe we can apply that to make us successful. I'm not so blinded by my own cockiness and ego
who is
and
us?
my
Who
own
is
like
us?
shortcoming and
Who
my
is us?
own like apparently your own like deficits because you apparently don't have like the mental capacity to listen,
fresh.
bro.
Hold on, fresh. I got a
Because
question
I
for
can actually
Platt.
talk and think about something and not take it and not take it offensively.
I
Like
got we
you apparently
got you,
don't have
fresh.
enough capacity to
We
actually
got
talk to me, which
you.
you got some goddamn sense.
We got you, fresh, man. And again, man, come on, man. Don't succumb to insults.
I
But
apologize.
I got a
I
question,
don't,
Platt. I got
bro.
a question for you. You brought up reparations, Platt.
Yeah.
You see what the Supreme Leader of Iran said? He said, "Oh no, the U.S.
Yeah.
gonna pay us
Yeah, and
reparations."
you know what? And you know what? He'll
You
get it
think we
before.
gonna pay it?
Yes, he'll get it before we ever will. I promise you that.
Crazy, huh?
I think it's a shame, but I think they have leverage, and I think the whole point of like where we are in America is that like we've given up any kind of leverage in forcing our political leaders to actually do the things that they're actually entitled to do. We are mistaken in the idea that they run us and that we don't run them. Like the false understanding about who we are as citizens is that actually we are the ones in power. These people do not get to, these Epstein class dirtbags that get away with raping children and murdering people and doing.
Your
I
language.
apologize. But
We
yeah,
we know what he's accused of, man.
yeah. So what they're accused of doing and what they are showing and hiding in front of our faces is absolute absolute disgrace.
Why you're ultra conservative? Because hold on
1 second.
Wait a minute. No, you hear me?
Yeah, hello.
Why you hear me?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Why you're ultra conservative? Hold up before you answer. Hold up. If it was up to the conservative party, you wouldn't even be here.
Yeah.
Why you're ultra conservative?
I'm not an ultra conservative.
You are an ultra conservative. Yes, you are.
How you figure that?
I mean, it seems that way, but
I don't know
you
Democrat. Your whole time you've been a bad Democrat.
No. I'm not an ultra conservative. I'm a leftist. I'm super left. I am more left than but you're comparing liberals to leftists. I'm not a liberal.
You don't want us. You want us in. You said Ukraine. We shouldn't be dealing with that. That's not. That's more of your conservative opinion than it is. That's liberals are the main ones pushing the Ukraine thing. Sure enough, his phone. Yeah, this dude right here, his phone get real messed up whenever he get painted in the corner, bro.
But yeah, man, that was crazy when that statement that the Supreme Leader of Iran put out to say, "Oh no, the U.S. will pay us reparations." What? The demand out, man. If that happens,
it's gonna happen.
It probably when. Let me not say if. When it happens, every black person in America need to be in the streets marching. Every single black person in America need to be in the street marching.
They can march all they want to. They're still not gonna get no reparations.
Because to me that's crazy. But it's going to happen because history repeats itself. We spent 20 years in Afghanistan and Iraq. 20 years. Almost $3 trillion in war. And all to dethrone the Taliban. And then we leave Iraq. Who's in charge? The Taliban. So to me,
that's gonna happen anyhow, though.
Yeah.
I'm back though.
To me, the whole idea of like this Iran thing is like we're fighting an idea, like we're fighting their belief, right? And then they seem pretty staunch in their belief and their ideas. They're not wavering from their beliefs and their ideas. So we want to put in another, or Trump saying, oh, I want to have a hand in selecting the next supreme leader or something like that. Whoever, they're not wavering from that stance.
The problem with that is the problem with Trump is the people wouldn't support him. So yeah, okay, Trump, you put a figurehead, you install a figurehead on Iran, but then the people don't support him. Yeah. So that's pretty ridiculous to even suggest that.
So I'm just like to me, that's the scary part of the whole Iran excursion that our president is calling it.
But hold up, JR, because this look, Fresh, you're welcome here. I appreciate your patience. I appreciate it, brother, because you helping me a lot.
Yeah, no disrespect to Fresh, man.
Yeah, no, yeah. I appreciate your patience, brother. Nothing but respect over here. I do have a question.
People having a conversation.
I do have a question for you. You can ask me whatever you want to, or us, whatever you want to.
Sure, I do.
Hold on. Why are you a ultra conservative? You ain't no leftist. Don't call it. You're an ultra conservative because what you've been saying is ultra conservative stuff.
Not at all. I'm as leftist as you can get. I am to the left of Bernie Sanders. I am to the left of anybody that's in the Democratic Party. I actually think that they are evil because they are more right than what conservatives claim. Like they actually are controlled opposition. Like I believe that I am
you
the
get to
real
vote?
deal. I don't get to vote. I believe I'm the real deal, and the fact that like
I didn't think
they
so.
actually suppress.
Hold up.
I can't vote. So
Hold up. I didn't know this. Hold up. You can't vote, Fresh?
No, I can't vote.
Why?
Yeah, see that?
I wasn't born here. I wasn't born in this country.
But now
That's what
you're
makes
American.
me more American.
Wait a minute. You're an American citizen now. That doesn't give you the right to vote?
I'm a permanent resident. I don't have my citizenship. So the difference between
where you from, Fresh? My bad. I'm a little late.
I'm Nigerian.
I didn't know that, brother.
From where?
Yeah, see?
I'm Nigerian.
Nigerian. All right.
That right there makes me more American. I can actually vote. I don't just have to have an opinion. I can vote. I actually got political power in a sense, more than you. I'm a citizen.
Yeah. But what do you do with it? You say
I don't do nothing. I don't do nothing with it. How about that?
Right. You spout CIA. You spout CIA. Talking points.
But I still got more power than you.
I was born
here. I got more power.
And you don't do anything with it.
So what does that mean?
So it means that you're a cut to the system, and that you actually don't have your own. That you don't actually have your own mind. And the fact that you actually think that you have more.
Bro, I knew you couldn't vote, bro, just based on what you said and how you had to do it, bro.
That is the most asinine thing you said all night.
I guess.
That is so asinine. I couldn't vote by listening to my voice over the phone.
But I didn't say your voice, bro, based on what you said. That's why I hit it on the nose, bro. See, you mad, bro. You mad because you're not a citizen.
Well, I'm not mad that I'm not a citizen.
You're a citizen on paper.
I'm mad that I live in a country where black people.
Leave.
I'm mad that I live in a country where black people.
Leave. Use your credit card and leave. Can you get credit cards?
I'm mad that I got
some questions.
You got piped down.
I'm mad that I live in a country where black people support their oppressors. The fact that we can't have a legitimate conversation about how to uplift the communities that we live in and actually talk about like other ways to do things. And the
No, you
fact that
can't.
like Tabor is attacking me rather
I'm
than
not
being
attacking you.
frustrated,
This is based on what you said.
the
You're
fact
talking
that
about
Tabor is
uplifting
more interested,
America. Go
the
uplift
fact that
Nigeria, bro.
the
Why
fact that
don't you
Tabor
uplift
is
your
more
country?
interested, right?
I
So the
got I
fact that
got a
Tabor is
question
more
for you,
interested
Yeah, they're
in
saying
in
in
Go uplift
questioning
your country.
hold on,
in
hold on,
questioning
hold on.
whether or not I have
Yeah,
the right to vote, and
fresh.
whether or not, rather than addressing the fact that his politicians, that the people that present themselves as Democrats are actually frauds and lying to them about the things that they actually advocate for and actually support all
Right.
the things that undermine the uplift of Black people
Yeah,
in America is the
fresh,
problem,
fresh,
and he's apparently
fresh,
too ignorant to
fresh,
actually like educate himself about real politics and things
Let
that
the
actually
host
affect
speak,
his
bro.
life.
Let the host speak.
fresh. Jessica in the chat box says, why? Because she's Nigerian. She says, why is he embarrassed of his African lineage? He want to claim America so bad. Now she's Nigerian. Fresh.
Nobody's what are you talking about?
Nobody.
I'm very proud of my Africanness.
No, you're not.
Are you why are you putting words in my mouth?
I am a bit confused, but you
We
know,
all are.
like I said, I don't know you
We all
personally,
are.
but I'm a
Chris,
bit
Chris,
confused.
why did you move to the States?
I moved to the States when I was 4 years old. I didn't have a choice. I
Okay.
stayed here.
I
Why
mean, that's understandable.
I've been here
why
my
did you
entire life.
no, I
And then,
understand. Why did your parents move to the States? If
well,
you know.
I don't even know why this is a relevant conversation. Like
You brought it up.
I
I'm
mean, well,
asking
you know
because
why they moved to the States, man. Come
Yeah,
on,
you know
man.
what I'm saying?
They moved to the States
Hey, fresh,
for a better
fresh.
opportunity, and it
Yeah,
is what
so
it is.
I
so
am,
like
fresh.
man.
Nigeria
Like, you
Hey,
can't do
fresh.
Nigeria is a
that.
It
corrupt
is what it
Nigeria
is.
is a
That's
corrupt
why they.
state.
Hold up, bro. Hold on.
Nigeria is a corrupt
No.
Nigeria is a corrupt a state of America.
Hold up. But this person right here,
So you
Jessica,
moved to America.
hold up. Jessica is very
Moved into
vocal about she's Nigerian. She's always defending that position, and she never just sits around and claims, she's an American, and she doesn't sit around and talk about teaching her children to speak Mandarin. That's all I'm saying, brother.
I don't what does that have to do with
You brought
America
it up, bro.
supporting? I didn't bring up the fact that I was that I teach my son Mandarin.
Yes, you
And
did. You said it. How do we know?
My
You're not
real
even
well,
making
question
sense.
is, my
you,
real
you,
question
you cut
is,
me off and you let me
Bro,
finish.
you weird. Come on
But
now.
how do your
so you're
parents
dumb.
feel
So
about
what is it? So
you?
what?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah,
you
yeah,
do.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
weird.
yeah. I
You're
hear you.
dumb. I'm
Yeah,
weird.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
dumb.
I hear
So
you.
good.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
we're
yeah, yeah, yeah.
even. So
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
an
yeah.
idiot. You're an idiot, and I'm
I
what
didn't run
four
from my country, bro,
and
but keep
I'm
talking.
not afraid to
I didn't run
educate my
from my
children
country.
in
I
other
didn't run
languages.
from my country. Keep
Let's
Ooh,
talking.
not
that is so
insult each other.
weird.
Come on, y'all.
That is
Come
so
on, man.
weird.
Come
God
on.
forbid.
Let's have a
Bro, read a book.
conversation and not insult each other.
Bro,
So
read a
fresh.
book.
But you're saying how you're mad about Black Americans supporting our oppressors and everything. We've
Yeah,
been here for hundreds of years under oppression,
yeah.
under shitty conditions, and we've never left. We never went anywhere else.
Facts.
Right. So the point is that like we can advocate for other ways to do things. And
You can't do nothing.
so like so Martin Luther King, for instance, was
Oh
anti-war,
man.
right? Martin Luther King and Malcolm X were anti-war, right? They were both they both advocated for communist policies. Like
Martin was.
Man.
they
What?
both
What are you
advocated
talking
for
about?
well,
Man, that-
I'm telling you history,
He
bro.
just be
Malcolm
jumping
wanted to
around. He
fight.
just cannot stay on point.
Malcolm wanted to fight. Now, when you talk about the Malcolm after he found out Elijah and the kids and all of that stuff, that was a different Malcolm. But Malcolm wanted to fight. Martin was the one who was anti-war.
Malcolm was anti-war too. It was like one of the
Bruh.
after his pilgrimage
The
to
battle. I'm talking about after. I'm talking about before the Battle of the Bullet. Come on, man.
right.
Bro, he just jumping around, bro.
Martin
He's talking about everything.
and Dr. King said that about him. He said that sounds good and all that, but we couldn't win. So he said all that stuff that he's talking about is a waste of time. It feels good.
Right. So what he then started doing was advocating. He was a communist. He started talking about
Who was the communist?
Martin Luther King was.
Oh man, come on,
So
you're right.
Martin Luther
You right wing
Martin
as
Luther
hell.
King.
To be your left. You right wing as hell, brother.
What? How is it right wing
You
to be a
Glenn, you
communist? I'm
Glenn,
a communist.
you
I'm
You
a
don't
Glenn,
know the
communist.
difference.
you
So
Glenn,
what is
you
what is right? How is it
Glenn
right wing?
you
What?
Glenn Beck, you Glenn Beck little brother. That's what you are.
Come on, Pat. You
When
crazy
does
as
Glenn
hell,
Beck
man.
have? When has Glenn Beck ever advocated for communist rights? When has Glenn Beck ever advocated for a general strike? So I'm anti-capitalism. That is not the very
So you
leftist
broke.
thing.
So you broke.
So so bro, I don't think you actually know what communism is. I think
I'm not
you
talking
have a
about
lot of.
communism. You
No,
said
So
you
what is
anti-capitalism.
refresh my
so
memory. Go
how,
ahead,
how
brother.
does
What's
so
communism?
communism is the advocacy of the people owning the means of production. So that means instead of having shareholders and people that you pay all of the profits of a company to, like you actually distribute it to the workers. So rather than having the people that are just shareholders,
Tell us
you
help me out, brother. Tell me the
That's
difference
that's
between
called stock-based
yeah, yeah.
compensation.
Hold on. We'll go back to you guys. Hold on. Tell me the difference between communism and I
okay.
need some distinct differences. Socialism. Go
Okay.
ahead.
So socialism is essentially the distribution. Well, communism is the workers owning the means of production. So for all the work that you do as a worker, the majority of that, the profit goes to specific people. It goes to shareholders. It goes to people that are not the workers. They invested capital, but they take the lion's share of the money. They siphon off and the kind of parasitic to the system. You have a stock market of people that don't actually generate anything, but they take the majority of the funds that are in the system, right? So in communism, you would say remove all these people, all these middlemen. So you take any profit that is created in the system and distribute it evenly. So it's not even like taxing rich people. It is at the very, very beginning of the equation. You're just saying that everybody gets a fair share. That's all communism is. That's entirely the entire point of communism. It is that instead of paying a bunch of people that don't do shit and then elevating them to like these gods or these incredibly smart people, is that like actually workers actually know what their best interests are. They wouldn't send their jobs overseas to China for the past 40 years. They wouldn't send companies across the country. Like we would do the things that are in our best interest. We would stop having the food in our system being artificial, like so that we can make more profit. And everybody would get
It's
paid.
a
We
long
have to have.
explanation, bro.
Well, I mean, I want people to understand. I want people to understand, well, like what he
Break
asked me
down.
for an example.
Break
So
down.
I'm trying to give him examples.
Now we got communism. Break down how socialism and the differences between that socialism and communism.
Well, socialism, from what I understand, is it is socialism and communism are related, but socialism is it is the breakdown of a communist society. It is the removal of a lot of like the social structures that are reliant for capitalism to function. So we would focus more on like
Everyone makes the same pretty
communal.
much.
Well, no, it's not just that. It's not that. It is the loss of communal property. It is the loss of like individual property. So like
you can stop fresh. And the only reason I asked that question is because not you clearly, you know. Most people don't know. You say communist. Dr. King was a communist. No, he wasn't. Oh, he was. Okay, well then, what about socialism? Was he a socialist?
Nobody's really a socialist.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, because you don't even know. It's like, well, it's a difference. It's a big difference between the two, and it's like the right wing puts that on him all the time, but they put that on anybody who disagrees with them. If you disagree with them, you're a communist.
I mean, I don't really know why that's necessarily like my like. I don't know why you're
They
claiming me.
said Obama was a communist.
Yeah, they claim it on everybody. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, that's
Obama
what
was
I'm
definitely
saying.
not. Obama definitely wasn't. Like it is not. I mean, like it is definitely overused and it's misused a lot for sure. But like, look, my point is that like Martin Luther King was a communist because like what he was starting to do with the
That's re-
Montgomery bus boycotts. He
uh,
was starting to get white people into the um they were starting to do the workers' march. So after the Montgomery bus boycott, he was starting to coalesce white people, like poor whites in Alabama, to also form a coalition together.
what's wrong
And
with
he was starting to form a class based unity amongst a broad range of people, and that's when they murdered him. That's when they assassinated him. Like the real strength of America is class based, is recognizing that the poor people in America have been getting the shaft for the past 400 years, and that they use racism and our divisions and our skin color and our race to bamboozle us and propagandize us and just swindle us for what our actual interests are. It is the fact that like rich billionaires
yeah,
don't
hold on,
pay
but
don't pay
you
don't pay a minimum wage
you
for the past
but
20
Fresh,
years.
you don't look at him like that though, right?
Billionaires?
You don't look at Dr. King as a communist.
I do. I know
How
he
long?
is.
How long have you looked at him that way?
I've seen him as a communist. I mean, at least for the past few years. Like I
10
wasn't.
years, 20 years ago?
No, maybe not 20. I don't think I was as radicalized in my leftist politics.
Radicalized, huh?
What you been listening to? You've been listening to Sean Hannity. Who you been listening to? Mark Levin.
Where do any of those guys profess
They
any of
always
this
talking
stuff?
about King. I'm trying to see where you found the moment where you realized Dr. King was a communist.
I mean, I've seen documentaries about King, talking about King's his last speeches. The fact that the last things that he did were all economic based. Like he stopped simply just
So fairness is fairness is communism.
no, that's not what I
Everybody,
said.
hold up. Like you, Fresh. I don't know your educational achievements, but then we have me. You're saying you can't treat platinum fair because platinum don't have my educational achievement, but you're saying in communism they believe in fairness. So it's like, okay, Fresh, you do it, platinum do it. And you
No,
don't.
that's not what. That's I mean, I already told you what communism is. It is if me and you work at the same company,
Mhm.
and the profit and the majority of the profits are going to a CEO rather than the workers, that wouldn't happen. That communism would say that we all get a democratic vote on how those profits are distributed. So a CEO would just be considered a worker. That you wouldn't have shareholders because the shareholders would be the people. Like you would nationalize things like oil, so that rather than the profits of that oil go to the people that maybe discovered it, why should they get all the profits, the billions of dollars? It would go
This is
to
America. We're
Now
great.
you
the
hold up.
people of that land. It would
Now, Fresh.
just like Libya, just like Venezuela, just like any of these other countries whose natural resources always go to the profits of the country rather than
Fresh,
to an
Struggling
individual
over there too.
corporation.
you was brought here as a child, Fresh. Many
Yeah.
of us, we were born. We're the products of slaves, right?
Okay.
You were brought here, so it's a little bit different. We don't like capitalism as it applies to blacks because of the injustice and the racism. We don't have a problem with capitalism, but they add those extra elements and it keeps us on the bottom. So we don't like that. So you can't look at Dr. King. King was talking about his people. He's like,
King
look
was,
at
King
my
was
people.
talking
Why you're
about
able to be
King,
here?
no,
King
King
was talking about all. King was talking about poor people. Like
I got you. And
he shifted his attack on specifically
so
white
there's
people.
a certain you believe that a certain group of people have to be on the bottom.
No, that's my point. Is that the capitalism to work, it needs to have.
Capitalist? Are you a capitalist?
I'm not. I told you I'm a
Oh, I
communist.
didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah. I like I said.
So
Like
you don't believe in capitalism?
I think
You don't believe in
capitalism. I think capitalism requires. So in capitalism, it requires a lower class of people. It requires a essentially like a.
So do you think your parents capitalize on the immigration laws in America?
I don't know what that means.
You don't know what that means?
You mean did we immigrate to a different country for better economic
Did your
opportunities? Hello?
parents take a
You're breaking up, bro. I don't know. I don't know.
okay, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Did
we
your
hear you.
parents take advantage of America's immigration laws when they came here?
My parents immigrated to America. Yeah, sure.
Did they take advantage of the laws when they came here? Yes or no?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, that's capitalism. They capitalize on that opportunity to come here.
Simple.
You know, you can immigrate to China.
Okay, why didn't they go to China?
Well, China is 4,000 miles away, and the economic opportunities here in America were
okay, capitalism is taking advantage of whatever opportunity you like. It's taking advantage of opportunity, pretty much.
That's not capitalism. Like you're describing an economic opportunity. Like an economic opportunity exists in China now. I can immigrate to China and have that same opportunity. That doesn't make it.
You would be limited though. No, I can. All of us go to China.
China is the fastest growing GDP.
No. We could all go. We could all go to China. All of us. We can get that $900 penthouse. You're right. I mean, I don't know how they do it because I haven't looked into it as far as their jobs. But I'm telling you, you're gonna be. It ain't America. You're gonna be very limited. They're gonna tell you where you can and can't go. Yeah. They're gonna tell you what you can do, and let me tell you something. You're gonna listen.
America does that too. Like America limits opportunity.
No, they don't.
I have my
I'm
car
a
right
truck
now.
driver. I go everywhere.
So if you don't have a college education,
you can't go to China.
You have limited opportunity.
You cannot go into the hills of China. You're limited where you can go, and if you dare break those rules, you do not want to deal with their judicial system. You don't.
China. You know, America has the largest prison population in the world.
What does that have to do with anything?
We're
talking about where you can and cannot go.
So we're talking about what you can and cannot go, what you can and cannot do. So you're talking about
we can go anywhere. We're not talking about criminals, bro.
If I'm in China,
so why does America have the largest prison population?
Hold up, brother. China control the internet. So if I'm in China, there are certain things I can't see in China. China said no. Now hold up, this is the thing. China, if I go to them pages, China gonna come see me. You don't want to go to China and break any rule. You gotta do what they tell you to do, and it's as simple as that. And in addition,
in the UK they just jailed the person for saying from the river to the sea for 5 years.
Hold up, I'm not saying that is sanctioned by the government. I am not saying the government of China says do this. But within that, I'm still a black man in China. They're not going to like me, man. I'm an outsider.
Facts.
I got to deal with racism over there.
Facts.
We deal with racism here.
It ain't the same, G. That's the man. It's like you don't get certain things. It's not the same. I'm a truck driver, bro. I go anywhere and everywhere. I've been in every state.
And how did you just one day get up and become a truck driver? You decided that you're gonna.
What does that have to do with anything, bro?
So if you don't have money and if you don't have the education that you need to become a truck driver, you can't.
I don't need an education. Right? It's not an educational thing.
Clearly you don't.
And see what you mad at? Why you keep taking shots, bro?
Because you
Every
keep
time
taking shots, bro.
I'm
Bro,
asking you certain questions, bro,
you're
based
being
on
real
what you
disrespectful.
said.
You've been mad
Bro,
disrespectful all
you
night,
the
bro.
one who just said you can go everywhere in China, bro. And I just
No,
said I can go
I
everywhere.
didn't say
Bro,
that. I
you
didn't
did
say
just
that
say that.
actually. I didn't
You
say
can go
that
in,
actually.
bro. Yes, you did, bro. You keep
No,
bringing up
actually,
other places. Well, anyway, nonetheless, it doesn't matter. I can afford to go to China right now. Can you?
bro,
It sounds funny, right? I
you
can
really,
afford
you
to go to
really,
China right now.
you really feeling yourself right now, bro. You really
I don't.
gas.
It ain't even about that, bro. You keep talking crazy shit.
What crazy shit have I talked? What crazy shit have I said?
Listen, I started off asking you a specific question about
And
what
I
you
answered it.
said about your life. No, you
And
didn't.
I
You never
answered
did.
it. And I answered
Now
it.
we're on China. We're on China right now, right? You're talking about you can go everywhere. You
I
said
didn't
that.
say that. I
We
did
wouldn't
not
be,
say that.
bro. We wouldn't be talking about China if you didn't bring up China, bro.
Right. I brought up China as an example
Of
of
what?
things that they do for their people.
And
That
you
that
said, go ahead.
What is the problem? So what is the problem?
There is
You
no
don't know
problem.
anything.
It's based
You
on
don't
what
actually
you
know.
said,
You
bro.
don't.
Bro,
Excuse me.
listen, you were talking about where you can go in China, and you talk about we can't go certain
I
places
didn't
in
say.
America.
I
just
didn't say
said,
anything
bro,
about that.
yes, you
I
did.
said.
That's why we
I
on the
no.
subject right
No.
now, bro.
We were
Bro,
talking about. We were
you
talking
just be
about
gaslighting, bro. And
who's
you know
gaslighting.
there's like
I
400
said.
people listening, bro.
Right, and nobody's backing you up. All right.
Yeah, hold
So
They don't
on,
have to
what I
back me
said,
up. They don't have to back me up, bro.
hold on,
was
hold on.
America. What your man brought up was that America was that you can't say certain things. You can't say certain things in China. And I said that he said you have to be careful. And what I
You
said was,
can't go certain places
can
in
I
China,
speak?
bro.
Can I speak, please?
No, because you
And
keep getting
what
it
I
wrong,
said,
bro.
and what I
You
said,
getting
and what I
wrong what
said
you said, bro.
was,
That's not what
Good
you
boy,
said.
and
It's
then
good
not
boy.
your speech.
what I said was.
Let him finish. Go ahead, man.
And what I said was America has the largest prison population in the world. And my point being is that if you are trying to say that China is more punitive than America is for any number of reasons, that and if people are just getting jailed willy-nilly for whatever free speech objections that the government has, what
Okay.
does it say about America?
Well, hold up. Now you said
Nobody
free
was.
speech. Ain't nobody in America in jail for free speech.
That's not
Nigga,
true.
what are you
I mean,
talking
like
about?
America right
We're not
now.
even talking about that.
Who? Name me somebody that's in jail for free speech.
In America, I'm not necessarily America, but like
But that's
even
what,
right now,
So what's the name,
we're
bro? Give us the
talking
name, bro.
about America. You said
Yeah, that
America.
doesn't make any. Yeah, you country. Yeah.
no.
We
Look,
wasn't talking
I wasn't
about
saying
speech, bro.
I wasn't talking about. I'm not necessarily talking about free speech. Like I'm saying that
Well,
America imprisons its people
Man, you
at
sound
such
smart
a.
to an idiot.
So in America, we have 30% of the world's prison population.
we do.
With
We do.
we
We do.
do. We have
What about
30% of the world's prison population.
we do? What about it? We do.
Yeah, we only have like
Bruh.
15% of the 15% of
Yo,
the
what you
population in the
talking about,
world.
bro? You just be talking, bro.
I'm just talking.
It's like,
So
hold on.
so
Hold
if
on.
30.
if China is so punitive, then
Fred,
why
no.
with nearly 4 times our population do they
Hold
have
on.
not even close to the prison population?
Gotcha. Okay. China's very punitive to foreigners. That's
Okay,
the point. They treat foreigners different than they do their locals, and they do not tolerate foolishness. China don't. You'll be out of there and you'll be in prison. China don't play. And if you go and live there, you'll know. They say you can't go into them hills. You can't take your black ass into them hills. If you go into them hills, we ain't gonna see you no more. China don't play around. I didn't even know China let people over. China has they have a place, but they're very. I know people who visited China, and they tell me about where they go, and they tell me about their restriction. They said, "No, man." He said, "Was somebody with us the whole time?" He said, "He's a rapper." He said, "We went over there, man. We had fun." They said, "Okay." We wanted some girls. They took us to this place, and that dude was sitting in us with us the whole time. So that dude had 2 guns on him. So that dude was with us the whole time. Didn't speak nothing. He just looking at us, and the whole time he was with us. He said everything was cool, but he was watching us the whole time. And then we came back to the hotel, and and then he was like, they was downstairs. He said if we wanted to do anything, we had to go with them. And he said we
Well,
mostly.
I'll just say this, that like China has also been fighting the propaganda of and the CIA infiltrating its country, the British importing opium. Like it has taken a lot of very stringent
They got their own.
rebuttal.
They got their own opium now. Come on.
Well, I mean, they don't have the drug problem that America has.
They've been had that.
Hold up.
Man,
They don't need nobody to import. They
no.
only that's the least. That's taking sand to the beach, bro. They've got opium.
Yeah.
Okay,
They got that
so
plentiful.
He don't know what he talking about. He just talk.
So then why does America have such a drug problem?
And they
Like,
smoke. They smoke it.
China has a very, very strict like drug policy.
Chinese-
Like they are very China does not allow
They on the
drug
side.
use.
They lay
You
on
have
their
never
side.
been.
They take a piece of
I have never
bamboo.
been. You're right.
Hold up. I've
But
never
what I
been.
do know is
Hold up,
statistics.
check it out.
What I do know is statistics.
Fresh.
In America, people die of fentanyl, of heroin overdoses, of crack.
How did
From
that
China.
affect you?
From
The
China.
government profits off of it.
All that come from China. Hold on. But check it out,
Yeah.
fresh. They take a piece of bamboo. Now, how would I know this, fresh? I've never been to China. They pack it with opium, they light that stick, and they heave on that thing, man. They be
Yep.
China
They
is
smoke it
so
like it's crack.
China is so anti-drugs, like it is ridiculous. They're very anti-drug country. Like and the fact
Bro,
that
you don't
United
know that,
States
bro.
the fact that United States has the amount of drug overdose deaths that it has is crazy. And
How
it
does
has,
that personally affect you?
how would you know China's not going to tell you their numbers? They're going to come out and put that out.
Exactly.
Come on.
why does America put it out?
Man, bro.
We're not ashamed of it. We tell the truth. We're not China.
I mean, they have billions of people in their country, and they don't have nearly their kinds of death.
They have 1 billion people.
Billion.
Hold up, they had 2
They have,
billion.
I think they have like what is it? It's
They
like
ain't got-
it's like 1.8, 1.6 or something
Okay,
like that.
they ain't got no 2 billion, man.
1.6, and so you can't tell me their prison population ain't at least 3 times or 4 times the size of ours, bro. You
It's not.
talking crazy?
Because
You're
it's
not
not.
even talking about numbers, bro.
It's not even close.
You
It's
just
not even
talking,
close.
bro.
It's
So,
around
you don't even
1.4
just
billion.
look it up. Just look it up. I don't need to
1.4
argue with
billion.
you, bro.
Yeah. Everything you look up, you can't afford to go.
We'll look it up. We'll look it up, Tabor. I don't even know like why you like.
We're not
If you're questioning whether or not the prison population in China is some fact that I'm making up, look it up for yourself. For the first time in your life, look up some information rather than just talking out your ass because you are a truck driver. Drive your ass to a book and then find out some information.
Come on,
and then
bro. Come on.
drive your ass to a book.
Come on, man.
Somebody aggravated.
Come on, Fresh.
Fresh. You disrespectful. Somebody got to
With
drive the
insults,
truck.
man. Come on, man.
Yo, I love truck drivers, bro. I have much respect for truck drivers, bro.
Because you got to get on that road. You better hope truck drivers are smart because you be next to
I got much love for truck drivers.
Come on with the insults.
Believe that.
Yo, much love for truck drivers, bro. The board,
But look, no, they're not giving you real numbers. But one thing about China that's particular about doing time is they don't feed the prisoners. So that would tend to make you think you don't want to get in trouble there.
I don't believe that. You know what China did during COVID?
Those people?
Do you know what China did during COVID?
Don't even start with China and COVID because
they started it. Yeah, they started
what they initially did during COVID. So
do you know what China did during COVID?
Started.
China had a food. China had a food delivery system during COVID.
That's great. They have.
We got Uber Eats. What are you talking about?
They should have had that.
They started
Don't
it.
start with China and COVID because the inception of COVID started with China and they hit it.
People, man.
This dude be bad.
They literally hid it from the world.
300 million in America.
About how many people were infected in China?
China's almost
you know how many people died?
Hold up. 2 billion people. Now remember, they got to eat and they got to use the bathroom every day. Do you know what kind of waste that 2 billion people? You know how much waste that is? And you know how much food that is? It's only 300 million Americans, 330 million Americans. You got 90 million in Iran.
You don't think it's so with all those numbers, do you not think that it's crazy that they somehow still feed their people? That they still somehow make sure that they have like
Y'all left Nigeria because y'all wasn't getting enough food.
Man,
China
everybody in
just
China
had-
ain't eating, man. Cut
Hold
it
on,
out.
Yeah.
hold on.
They
They
don't
just
eat.
arrested.
so China
No,
raised more people out of extreme
before you,
poverty than
hold on,
anybody.
before you
China
brag
raised so many people out of extreme poverty
before you
that
brag
they
on
raised up the national
hold
the
on,
global average.
Syrian man, before you brag on China, they busted
Big
2
time.
Chinese shops that was selling plastic to their citizens. They had created a styrofoam or a synthetic food. It wasn't rice, it was plastic beads. And they had deaths, so they had to come in there and shut them down. They're feeding each other plastic over there, brother.
And they got sweatshops for
But
kids. We ain't got
so
those here, big dog.
in America right now, you know that they
But
just
you here.
increased the amount of glyphosates that they could put in our food. Do you know what glyphosates are?
No, I don't.
So there's this Bayer, the company that makes Roundup. It's a weed. It's a weed.
And that
It's
stuff works. That stuff works too. Go
right,
ahead.
but it also causes cancer. And they lost the biggest civil lawsuit in pharmaceutical
So
history.
when you going to China, bro? When are you going to be able to afford to go to China?
They know you, man. They wait on you.
So America just increased the amount of glyphosates that they could put in our food. They know that it's a carcinogen. It causes melanoma cancer, right?
Now you're a doctor.
So, I'm not a doctor. I just read, you dumbass.
You
Yeah,
spread
yeah, but you can't afford. You can't read enough to get to China. I know that.
So RFK, the same guy, RFK, the same guy who's
They watching TikTok videos.
I think Fresh has a hearing problem. Fresh, you got to be quiet. Thank you, Fresh. I think you got a hearing problem, bro. Fresh, you take the Roundup and you spray it in the cracks of your driveway. You spray it, well, you know where that grass be growing? You spray it all in those cracks right now. It probably does call out. I wouldn't touch it. Don't put some gloves on. Put some rubber gloves on like you washing dishes. Don't let it touch you. But let me tell you something. That stuff works. Spray it all on that driveway.
What I'm telling you is that they've been spraying it on our crops. They've been spraying it on our crops for the past 40 years, though.
Hold on. 3 days later, I promise you, all them weeds is gone. Yeah,
Man, you crazy as hell, man.
You take a broom, you sweep all the weeds. You ain't got to get down there and try to get in them cracks. No, I'm not, nigga. What are you talking about? I use
You're right. No, he's not wrong.
I know
he's not wrong, but it also kills people.
Come on, man.
But it also kills people, and the fact that they put it on our food is a problem.
When will you be able to afford to go to China?
Do you know it might take a minute? Do you know you could knock a tree down with Roundup? Now, it ain't gonna happen overnight. But I'm saying if you cut that tree and you wait, I'd say in a year, that thing gonna rot, man. If you shave it, you saw it a little bit, and you put that Roundup between it, and you just wait, you willing to wait a year, I bet that thing die.
Right. The point is,
I don't know what it is, but that shit is deadly.
It's poison. It's poison. And the fact that we put it all over our wheat is a problem. So all the European countries don't allow it. There's a bunch of other countries, the Nordic countries don't allow it. Italy, so if you ever go overseas, when homeboy goes to China or one of these other countries,
because I got $1,500 to go to China. Do you?
Because
can you take your family right now to China?
Because of his trucking buddy, he'll realize he'll realize the difference between the wheat that we eat here in the United States.
That's neither here or there.
No. If he went to China, he can't do long hauls. No. The Chinese will study him. If he said, "Hey, I want to do coke," no, they'd hire him. No. I'm saying if he went to China,
bro, I'm not even it's not even about China. It's literally about
that's what you're talking about.
Every other country in I'm talking about America right now, but people,
the country you
I think that it is wrong for America to allow a poisonous material in our eating system, our food system. That the FDA is supposed to protect the people
help us out.
that kind of corporate corruption.
I got you.
I think for me to advocate.
Fresh, thank you, brother. Why you don't like Tabor? Because we're curious. JR,
like you keep on coming for me, so I'm not holding back. I feel very liberated.
I'm coming for
I feel very liberated. I feel very liberated. Yo, you come for me, I come for you, bro. I'm not no sucker. Like I don't know, bro. You
don't like the way he talk. You don't like the way he talk.
You can take your family to China, bro.
You can't afford to take your family to China, bro. Let's just keep it a buck. How about look? You mad?
Bro, you mad? No,
yeah, bro, because you don't make enough money to take your family to the place you really want to be at. You broke. You came over here and you still broke. How about that? Now what?
Bro, so
now
like I said,
I didn't think so. How you talk so much about a country you can't afford to go to? That's crazy.
Man.
All right. So the country that I am advocating to actually improve allows the food system to put poison,
your own.
to double the poison that it knows causes cancer.
Go back to Nigeria, bro.
So what I would advocate for, and what I would hope Tabor would support is that.
Why would I support you? You don't like America. Of course I don't. You fought for citizenship, and now you're complaining about what goes on here, and it took you 30 years to get your citizenship, and now you're complaining, and they were doing that 20 years ago.
Tabor, I could really come for you right now, and I could cook you, but I'm really trying to be.
Then cook me, and then go to China.
Yo,
Get you some money and go to China. How about that?
Boy, you're big.
Broke. You don't even make enough money to take your family to China, bro.
You can't even.
I know.
You can't even make.
Like an emotional female. A female on the mic in front of everybody being recorded.
I don't know. I'm listening.
It's okay, bro.
Like I said,
I'm like,
so
okay.
America allows glyphosates in the food, and Tabor doesn't seem to care about that. He would actually.
I don't have to. Because I can eat better. I can watch what I eat. I don't have to eat ramen like you do every day.
Wow.
Right. So the food that all Americans are being allowed to eat, what corporations, the majority of the wheat that's produced in this country has.
Now he got a health degree.
No, I just seen the news.
Yeah, just because you got that off of TikTok.
In the past 2 weeks, what is his name? RFK, Robert F. Kennedy, the man that was one of the heads of the lawsuit against Roundup, whose actual entire professional career was fighting against it, is now fine with it as the head of health services.
Yeah. He get paid. Now, how are you going to figure out how to get to China where they got better food, G? That's the question.
The person whose job it is to safeguard the health and the food system in America, and whose actual professional career has been spent for the past 30 years fighting it, is now okay with it and advocating for.
So you're getting a law degree to go fight them? Are you working on your law degree besides talking on YouTube? What is your active plan to stop them?
I went to law school, Tabor.
Okay, so that means you're a lawyer. So what do you practice? What do you practice?
So I don't need to. I don't need to prove
stop studying, bro.
I don't need to prove my.
What school you went to?
I don't need to prove my bona fide.
You've been proving yourself all night, bro. You just been over talking. You can't even stay on subject.
Nobody's over talking. I'm actually trying to keep on.
Yes, you are. You've been talking, bro. You're talking about food now. We're talking about politics. You're talking about Mandarin. You're talking about China. Yeah. When are you going to be able to afford to go to China? What's the plan?
All right. So let's keep on talking. Right. So the same people that are advocating for more poison in our food have also been against it in the recent past. And I think Tabor is too much of a moron and too simple to actually stay on. I
wasn't even. Hold on. Fresh, did you pass?
Was that?
Did you? When did you?
I haven't taken the bar.
You
I've been
haven't taken.
I've been a corporate paralegal for over 15 years.
But
so
why don't you take the bar?
I don't want to be a lawyer, so I'm not.
Why not?
I actually I'm not really interested in.
Rather be a paralegal than a lawyer.
I don't have the. I don't have the kind of.
You mean you can't pass the bar? That's what you.
I've never taken the bar.
You don't give. You know what? You're not giving us any credit, brother. You tripping.
About what? I never finished law school, and I couldn't afford it. So what is the point?
JR,
what up, Platt?
Would you rather be a paralegal or a lawyer?
Oh no, a lawyer.
Right, but I haven't been able to finish law school because I didn't have the money.
Hold on.
What is the point?
Well, no, we're just because I'm saying you're telling us stuff, and then when we say stuff, you act like we don't know. It's like you're not making any sense, brother.
About what?
You would rather be a paralegal than a lawyer?
Like I said, haven't been able to afford to go to law school.
Okay, Max, JR.
What's going on, Platt?
Has it took you 15 years to do anything?
Negative, Platt.
What about getting that car out the backyard?
Negative, Platt.
Okay, what about painting the house?
Negative, Platt.
Yeah, that's a minute, man. 15 years.
So what is your point? Have you ever been not legal to work in the United States because of your citizenship? Have you ever had to work other work?
Hold on. At 4
well,
years,
you're asking me why. I mean, I was accepted to very prestigious law school, but what is your point?
Fresh. I understand at four, you didn't have all the rights of a citizen.
So
fresh. You're a grown man. You could go get all of that. What are you talking about? You're talking about it just stopped. How did that stop?
What does any of this have to do with
You brought it up?
You are asking about it. No, that's not. I didn't bring it up. You asked about it.
Asked about what? I wouldn't know about it if you didn't tell me what it was, bro. What are you talking about?
No, Fresh, you brought up a lot of the topics.
Everything. You bring up everything. All I'm doing is just expanding on it.
No, hold on, Fresh. You cool. Don't take it personal, but Fresh, I got to ask you.
I'm not taking anything personal. I don't really give a shit.
Jared, Guts. A lot of these guys, they fall asleep or whatever. They walk away from the computer. Let me ask Tabor then. Tabor.
Ask me, player. What's up?
15 years. How long did it take you to get your CDL?
6 weeks.
15 years?
6 weeks.
15 years.
It took me 15 years?
I don't know. I'm asking.
You're crazy as hell, man. You're crazy, bro.
Have you ever applied for law school?
You needed a CDL to drive a truck, and it took.
Have you ever applied for law school?
So we don't know if you applied. You just talking, bro. We have no proof.
I don't know anything about you either. You're telling me that you're a truck driver. That don't mean shit. We're going on what I say about myself. Why would I start lying now?
I don't know. You're a paralegal for 15 years that can't afford to go to China. That can't afford to get your law degree.
You said that I can't afford to go to China. I never said that.
You couldn't afford to get your law degree. You've been a paralegal. Who bees to be a paralegal for 15 years? You know what?
Right. I put myself through undergrad. I spent $120,000.
We don't know that.
I spent $120,000. I spent $120,000 putting myself through.
So you in debt?
Undergrad. No.
So you in debt now?
No, actually, I was a full scholarship. So,
you still didn't get the law degree? Wow, bro. So you're coming here and you're wasting our tax dollars.
Tax dollars. I am. And first of all, because I'm not a citizen, I don't get the benefits that American citizens
poor
do.
you.
You're a bitch.
Poor
you are the most simple, most cut.
I know. I'll aggravate your soul, homie. Bro. I will activate your demons on this line. Everybody hear you talking.
Bro, you're such a cornball.
I know, bro.
Bro, you are such a cornball.
I know.
I know.
Talking from the
gonna cut him off. Hold up, but Fresh.
Yo, Tabor is a clown. I don't even know how y'all rock with this dude.
Fresh, you tripping though, brother. You tripping.
What's tripping?
You
so he
50
asked me. He asked me. It's taken me 15 years to what because I've been working. I'm raising 2 kids.
You told us you've been paralegal for 15 years.
So what's your point?
I asked Fresh how long did it take me to get his CDL. He said 6 weeks.
Okay.
You're not telling us that you said, hey, I need to knock this lawyer degree out. I need to get this bar. I'm going to take a year out and do this. You didn't say that. You said you've been a paralegal for 15.
So what, I don't understand what the relevance is. Like, what is your point? Well, why does that have to be?
I did what he was
I didn't bring it up. You asked me a question.
Board did what he was supposed to. And up until now, I'm not saying you won't. Up until now,
I feel like you guys keep deflecting from the actual points.
Bro,
like the fact that I brought up. So Tabor, I talked about the United States. So we were talking about China.
Do me a favor, Fresh. Do me a favor.
We were talking about China putting plastic in the food, right?
No,
we're talking about China putting plastic in the food, and then I said that the United States allows double the amount of carcinogenic poison into the wheat system. And that it causes cancer. And then you started bringing up shit about I have a law degree. And I said, yeah, I've been a paralegal for 15 years. Okay. The only reason I brought it up was to qualify that I don't need to bullshit and that whether or not I have a law.
Let me talk, man. You're gonna keep doing this, Fresh. Come on, Fresh. You're better than this. You're smart. Fresh, do me a favor. Just for information. You could care less. You're gonna live your life, do your thing. We done muted Tabor. Fresh, could you please put a question to JR and Jared, just random strangers, about your position? You said you could get the lawyer degree. You don't want it. Could you ask them what they think of that? I'm out of it.
You could. I don't know why this is. It was a side comment about my own qualification to speak about the law, but is irrelevant to the knowledge that I'm talking about, right? You don't
want to ask them that? You don't want to ask these two black men?
I don't think it's. Hey, you can think what you want to think. I don't know, like why.
Why don't you ask them, brother? They trying to help you, brother.
I'm not looking for anybody to help me with anything. And like I said, you guys are
just out of curiosity. Why don't you ask them that?
Sure. What do you think about the fact that I've been a paralegal for the past 15 years?
Talking to you, Jared.
I have no idea. I don't know who I'm talking to.
Talking to you, JR. Yeah, they're muted up. Maybe they probably support. They probably just say, "Hey, man, you good?" Okay.
Look. With all due respect, like it is irrelevant to.
Hold up, there's one guy who disagrees. Hold up here. Let me unmute him. Hold up. Tabor, I think he disagrees with you being a paralegal for 15. You got to unmute your mic, Tabor.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, listen, man, I'm rocking with homie with everything he was saying. Like I said, I came into the conversation, bro. I was rocking with you. It's compared to us helping Ukraine or whatever, and then going over to Iran. I was rocking with all that. I didn't go off on a tangent on nothing, bro. I'm just reacting to what you said. I ain't called you out your name. I wasn't telling you you're this or that, bro. That's you coming at me based on what I'm.
You've been calling me broke for the past half hour. You've been trying to talk about not being able to afford.
You started it, bro.
I don't even need to talk about I'm not even talking about my money. I don't even look at other people's pockets like that. Like, yo, I don't really care whether or not you got the $1,500 to take your I don't care about that. I'm here to have a general conversation with black men about how we can better this country, and the only way we could do that is actually by recognizing the things that are wrong with it. When I'm talking about like the food system being corrupted,
hold up, and you agree about Trump, right? Trump is the main problem, right?
No, I don't think Trump. Trump is a symptom of a much bigger problem. Like we have a lot of problems. The fact that like the Democratic Party is really the same thing as the Republican Party is I think worthwhile to have a conversation about. Like the Democratic Party, the same people that started the genocide in Palestine are the same people that started a war. Like it is just a way for.
How did the Democrats start the war in Gaza? I'm lost on that one.
Well, Joe Biden was president when it started.
Okay, how did the Democrats? You said the Democrats started it.
Yeah, so Israel. So during October 7th,
Israel
20,
Israel faked the parachutes. Okay, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, they were legitimately attacked, but then Israel just used it as a excuse to start the genocide. Like the reason why Israel is still at war, still killing people, even though they're calling it a ceasefire, is because this was always their intention. For the past 70 years, Israel has
And
been
how is that the
killing
Democrats'
Palestinians.
fault?
Because the Democrats were in power and they gave them the weapons. They gave them another $30 billion to enact the war. Joe Biden ended UNRWA, the $300 million or $600 million that America used to give them to fund like food aid to Palestinians. Like Joe Biden is as guilty as Donald Trump
Yeah, I
for
mean,
any of the
look,
things that are happening in Palestine.
I'm not gonna say that the Democratic Party doesn't have, some small play in it, but
No, the
to say
Democratic Party is
fault, I think that's highly incompetent to say fault.
well they were
Like,
they funded
but yes, do
the
they
bombs.
play? They
They
play a
sent they
part in it,
no they
absolutely, but they're
no no
not
they
completely at fault.
well they spent 2 years doing nothing when Israel was bombing innocent people.
I'm.
They were in power when like
What
if
would you?
Donald Trump is guilty for
What
anything,
would
then
you
why
want?
would Joe Biden do that?
What would you had wanted to do? What would be your resolution to that? Israel and Palestine were fighting a holy war that really had
Not a
nothing to
holy
do with it.
war.
Really
Not a
had
holy
nothing to.
war.
It really had nothing to do with America.
Not a
It,
holy war. With all due
absolutely,
respect, absolutely
absolutely,
not a holy war. Not a holy
abs-
war whatsoever.
it had nothing. It had nothing to do with America. And
It
so,
has everything to
what?
do with America.
What would you? Is an
Is a
ally of America.
no. Israel is a
So
military base in the Middle
so
East,
what
and
so
America uses
what
it.
would you want America to do to our ally outside of saying you should stop? Do you want America to then go to war with Israel? I mean, is that what you're campaigning for? Or is that what you're alluding to? I mean, what could America have done? What could we have done at that point?
Ronald Reagan, during I think 67, he made a call to Ben Gvir, who was the president of Israel at the time, and he ended the 67 war within like a day or two. He said that he threatened to stop funding Israel, and they stopped. It could have been just that simple, but the United States continues to fund the
But
genocidal
but you under
society,
but
and they are
I
not
mean,
our
but
allies.
everything we've talked about up to this point, you understand why America does fund Israel, right?
No, I don't.
Because of all the assets we have in those Gulf coasts. So if we don't fund Israel, then what happens to all the assets around,
The
right?
point is the point is that we have all those assets not as like a defensive it's offensive. Like we put those bases there because we're threatening other countries. It is we are not this like this heroic police force. Like
I,
we are,
I didn't claim us to be a heroic police force, but
I'm saying
if
that
that is
it's not a defensive posture is what I'm saying that we're
that's our
offensive.
but what I'm saying to you is if that is our interest in that region and we are in that region making money, not saying that it's right, but what you're saying is that, oh no, they shouldn't fund or they shouldn't do this. Absolutely, America plays a part in it, but
If
it's not.
Israel wasn't funded by America, Israel couldn't exist.
I don't believe that to be true, but
That is a fact. If we stop funding Israel today, Israel could not exist as a country. They bomb all of their neighbors. Israel is an illegitimate country, and its only existence is because America props it up. Like they get universal health care because America funds them. They get all the things that they say are too expensive for Americans to get. Like we fight all of Israel's wars. We fought a war in Afghanistan. We fought a war in Iraq. We fought a war against Syria. All these are countries that Israel and Benjamin Netanyahu has been targeting for the past 50 years. And actually, we're even in Iran right now because Israel wants to eliminate Iran.
Do you have a channel fresh?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. No, go ahead. I was gonna say if you had a channel, I was gonna drop it in here and people can go to it. But no, you can come over here. You're welcome over here, man. But you standing up to Tabor, you know, you got to, man. By doing that, you're more than welcome over here because if you get you ain't gonna get no more pushback than Tabor. Believe that.
Yeah, but I'm not. Yeah, I appreciate the opportunity to even speak because I'm definitely like I keep my opinions to myself. The majority of the people around me, I think, are they believe in like all the propaganda that I think a lot of people do. I do wish I had an opportunity to speak more. I definitely don't want to be like confrontational.
Start a channel, man. Start a channel. This is March. By end of April, you could be ready to fly, man. You could be just like a ready to fly on your own. You have a nice little base. We'll help you over here, and you're free to say whatever you want to say.
I appreciate that.
You certainly could start here if you want to. We like what you got to say.
I appreciate that. I'm happy to.
There's disagreement. There's disagreements.
Yeah. I get that. Okay, I get that. But I come with receipts. I'm not like if I'm saying anything, I'm saying it because I got facts behind me. So.
Even my friend Righteous, I'm mad too. Righteous, she like what you're saying too. I'm about to block her. What's wrong with you, Righteous? What's wrong with you?
Flat out here hating.
You better not be liking this man. I'll be liking this man. What's wrong with you? Let me block you. Let me block this. Well, how am I do this?
Speak your truth, block. Speak your truth.
Delete comment. I'm gonna put it in a timeout. Put it in a timeout. I'm gonna time out ass. You finna get timed out, Righteous. You wrong. There you go.
I appreciate you. I know I've been speaking for a long time, and I know I don't have. Yeah. But thank you for having me, man. I know.
You're a little bit right wing, though. You're a little bit too right wing for me.
Right. Yeah, right.
You know, that's your thing, but not my thing.
All right.
No, I'm not a liberal though, but I'm just saying you have a side in this race. You do.
Right.
Talking about Joe Biden. Are you serious? Trump running around doing Trump
Joe
listening
Biden,
to Trump
Joe
listening
Biden
to
Joe Biden is a racist.
Trump is listening to his son-in-law.
Joe Biden
You talking about Joe Biden?
Joe Biden is a racist. Joe Biden has had a hand in destroying the Black community for the past 50 years. And
how did he destroy it? How?
Joe Biden was the architect of the 97 crime bill.
What about it?
He was the reason why.
You mean 94 crime bill, but
94 crime bill.
Were those people committing crimes?
94. Yeah.
Right. So Joe Biden.
Were those people committing crimes, Mr. Lawyer?
So the reason why we had the mandatory minimums, looking at the things that Joe Biden has talked about.
Counselor, were those people committing crimes?
And not any more than white people. and the CIA, but this is not like conspiracy theory, was flooding the Black community. They were pumping in drugs into the Black community in order to generate money for the Contras. The CIA has been the biggest drug dealer in the world. They are the ones that are pushing drugs all over the place. The cartels that they stole them all the opium from Afghanistan. Like the people that you are claiming are these illicit drug dealers, these horrible people in the 90s that deserve to be locked up were a symptom of the poverty that was instituted by racial segregation in America, by the lack of like job opportunities in the Black communities. Like people were trying to make ends meet, and then they got addicted to illicit drugs. Like that is not a very difficult thing to understand. It's not even a thing that I make up. If you look at like what is his name? Gary Webb. He was a journalist in the 90s that exposed the Iran Contra, right? That the US government was funneling illicit drugs into America and was so this is like fact. This is not even me. This is like they were literally using Black people as like a mule for generated income for like armed guerrillas in Colombia and in you broke up. I don't know what the robot said.
As they should.
Tabor. I don't even know what to tell you, bro. I don't know. What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
I bet you can't drive a truck fresh.
No, I can.
There you go. No, you can't. No, you can't back a truck up. You can back up an 18-wheeler.
I could drive a back a tractor trailer. I've been driving tractor trailers. I grew up in.
You cannot drive a tractor trailer and back it up.
I've been driving like trailers, like tractors since I was 15 years old. I grew up in working farms in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Bro,
I don't believe you.
I don't know what to tell you. Like you don't really know nothing about me.
Tabor.
I'm telling you, bro, I'm not what you think I am.
Do you believe he can back a tractor trailer, right? What you drive every day, he could back that thing up, put it in a parking space. When it's two cars, there's only one parking space. He can back that tractor trailer up and fit in a parking space. You believe that?
I probably can. You probably can. That's probably true.
It's the hardest part of trucking is backing.
You're right. It is tough. Much respect.
Platt, I got a question, Platt. The dude that you talking about, Trump brother, right? What does he specialize in?
Trump's son-in-law?
Son-in-law, yeah.
Jared Kushner, Ivanka Trump.
You crazy as hell, man.
What he specializes in?
I mean, you ain't lying.
Ivanka Trump. That's not it.
Okay, but besides that, like, what is his job title?
Nothing else.
That's it. He ain't no financier or nothing like that.
No, just smashing Ivanka.
Well, hey, at least $1 billion P. You can't miss that. That's all he got to do. He in the White House.
Wood. He laying wood. That's it, man.
Hey, more power to him.
Somebody got to do it.
Hey, somebody got to do it, and he in the White House, so he top tier.
Do they have kids? I don't think they have kids.
Who?
Ivanka and Jared.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I ain't that invested.
She probably don't like him like that.
Wow.
That's just what it be. I mean, you probably see it in a couple years with somebody, but he probably make the family look good, huh?
How you do it? How you do it as a man? You marry a woman, and no, we're gonna give you a year. Y'all real frisky for a year. No kids come out, and then as the fire dies, you wind up say 3 years into the marriage, where you sleep on your side, she sleep on her side. Y'all don't even touch each other, but y'all still together for years. It's like, how do you? I couldn't do
because
that.
I
I
think
couldn't do that.
it's an act. I think it's all an act. So
I
she
don't
won't
want
be out
that.
here
I
thoughting
just
and plotting. She
I
gotta
would
have that going on.
I wouldn't want to get in bed every night with a woman who clearly doesn't want to sleep with me. Certainly don't want to have my babies, and we just wake up the
But
next
she in the
morning.
White House.
She ain't in the White House.
I mean, her people is. It's a powerful last name. He get to stand next to the president. How many people get to say that?
I don't want to stand next to Trump.
I mean, he happy too though. And I'm pretty sure he making some money moves with them boys, man, because they getting money all over the place, bro. He gonna come out richer, guaranteed.
Well,
Everybody
maybe he
comes
might be
out
going
richer.
to jail, though. He might be going to jail. We'll see how things go because
He gonna be rich.
well, he'll be rich in jail.
Hey, I heard they got the feds be nice to them boys. They got tennis courts and all that. That's what Jordan Bedford said after he stole all that money.
Oh, that's what you want to do? Hold up. That's what you want to do?
Nah, player. Nah,
You want to
big
go to
dog.
jail and play tennis?
No, sir.
Yeah.
That ain't me. I'm just saying that's what they said on Wolf of Wall Street. The feds are nice for boys that steal money.
I disagree with you, Fresh. I hear what you're saying. You call Dr. King a communist. We need to get out of Ukraine. I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't figure you out, man. I don't know. You teaching your kid to be a Chinaman.
I can't.
You Nigerian. You something. I don't know, bro. I'm confused. JR.
What up, Platt?
Help me with this. I don't know what to say about this guy, man.
I mean,
he don't want a Nigerian kid. He wants a Chinaman.
It was interesting when he said that, and I was kind of taken back. But I mean, that's his logic. Do I respect it? No, that's his logic, though. I don't respect it. I don't understand it.
You got a daughter, right? You just got a daughter, right?
Yeah.
Would you teach her to be a Chinese woman?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
I mean, what would be the point?
What are we doing?
Fresh said that's the way to go.
I strongly disagree.
That's the way to go.
I mean, I strongly disagree. Now, if we lived in that country, in that region, then absolutely, I would want my child to adapt to the region and understand that culture. You don't need to become the culture, but understand the culture. You got to understand where you are so you can move around.
Yeah, Fresh.
So let me. I'll speak to it. So you speak English, right?
That's correct.
But that's the language of commerce in the world. So you go to almost any country, America and England and the UK have conquered almost every country. If you go to African countries,
I like that word.
They speak English, right?
That's correct.
Right. So what I'm seeing is the future. So I'm looking across the globe, and what I see is China being one of the highest GDP across the world. So they're now above America. They're growing in partnerships globally. So almost every country you go to, China has some kind of cooperation agreement or some kind of investment or infrastructure development. And I think that it is a good thing to be able to speak the language of an economy. Right.
Hey,
so
do you
it's a
have
money
any
move.
stock in any of these companies since you're talking about their economy?
So I don't personally hold stock. I don't, but the majority of America doesn't hold stock. I don't know why
that's neither here. The reason why it's relevant to what you're saying is because you're talking about their economy. And if you're looking at their future, that means you should be holding stock. That's a logic. It's a simple logic.
Well, stock isn't everything. It's not the only way you can invest.
That's not what I said. I'm talking about, you said their future. You're looking at their future and their GDP. So that means their stock is going to be a certain way, right?
But their stock market isn't high. I mean, like, it's not about trading stock. It's not the only way you can.
I didn't say anything about trading stock, bro. I asked you specifically if you own stock. You said no. Let's move on. Keep going.
Right. So my point was that like you have financial, you have one of the biggest financial like GDPs in the world is China, and that I want to be able to have children that can speak to whatever the future of business is probably going to be. So whether or not they're buying real estate or they're doing services, if my children decide to be lawyers or doctors, that the ability to be able to speak in the language of the dominant financial country
Your
is,
logic got
I
holes
think,
in it.
A Nigerian that's a Chinese lawyer, bro. I want to see
That's
that
crazy.
one. Come on, come on, brother. You got it.
I mean, like I try to speak Spanish because like there's a lot of Spanish people in like where I live.
I want to see him fresh. I hope a Nigerian Chinese lawyer. I want to see that.
No, they're American and they speak Spanish. They speak. My daughter is learning French.
I want to see a black.
Hold on. My son is learning. How
many black lawyers represent like Chinese people right now? How many?
Well, the hedge fund that I used to work for, I mean, there was a few. Nigerians. So my brother-in-law, who's Nigerian, Harvard grad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jared, you hear me? You still here, Jared?
This is wild.
You hear this, Jared? JR. You hear me, JR?
What's good, Platt?
Yeah, you hear what he's saying? How many Nigerian or African men are legitimate Chinese? They're in the courtrooms. They're going over briefs. There are clearly not Chinese. And how many people you think are in China?
How many people do I think are in China altogether?
The lawyers for China, like they've got the bar, they all their qualifications. They go to court for representing the client in China, but they're Nigerian, they're Guyanese, they're even Black American. How many you say that is?
It's probably an outlier. So at least one. It's probably an outlier out there. There's always outliers.
I don't think it's I think that's zero. I think none.
I would say one.
I'd say none.
But I would say it's probably none. But I mean, that could be an outlier. Who knows?
I don't see the Chinese officials respecting a black man in a court. I think they put him out. They found him in contempt. If he brought his black ass in there, the judge would say in contempt.
They ain't even giving them. They're not even giving a bar license.
They would be cuffing that nigga up before he said a word.
Look like he did something wrong. Let's go.
Walking him out of the courtroom, and Fresh knows that. I don't know why he come up here talking like this.
And he's serious too. Ain't no way.
Fresh knows exactly what I'm talking about. If a Negro came into a Chinese courtroom, then who's your representative? Leroy. They call that bailiff. Take his ass in custody.
I know. I'm out of Houston. When I go to Chinatown, I don't see no black people working at no store.
Oh yeah, they're not going for that
at all.
At all.
You ain't even serving their food. They got their folks in there.
Yeah, their money gonna stay in their community. They're not going for that.
Sure. They got a whole side on side of Houston, on the south side, and they got the signs up. You can't miss it.
Yep.
You can go there. They got the claw machines. They got all the fun, the faux noodles or whatever you call them. They got all the restaurants. They got
claw machines. Okay, go ahead.
And then I
think I know what you're talking about, but that's what the quarters and all of that stuff. That stupid stuff.
Yeah, but bro, it's big. It's big. Like they got big rooms are just full of claw machines. I took my kid to it.
Yeah, I'm not going. You're right. That's who needs to be in there.
Yeah, my kid. She go in there with $100. She came out with like 30 stuffed animals. That's all it is. You guaranteed to win almost. It's fun though. It's fun. Got a lot of neon lights. Yeah, bro. It's just they people. You don't see other people there, and you may see like a Latino, but she only there for Spanish speaking purposes.
That's it. Yep.
And she like their color. There's not a dark one there. Now you'll see some male Spanish people, but they're doing their bus boys. I know my daughter loves the ramen noodles where you get to put all the extra stuff in the hot pots, like the
Mhm.
K-pot. She like all that. I mean, she a
I
kid,
got
so she
you.
want,
No, I got you. Look, shout out to you, brother. Shout out to Guts. Shout out to your brother. I mean, you unmuted, so you must be up. And shout out to JR. Look, unfortunately, we apologize to you, Fresh. We may have been a little bit too much. Not me, other men. We hope that you find
Nah, you the main culprit, man.
no,
You the
we
main
hope.
culprit.
You know what? I about had it with you, Jay. JR be low key hating. He be coming up here like he support. He be low key hating. They get rid of him. Look, at the end of the day, brother, you're welcome over here. Matter of fact, we want you to start your own channel. Don't listen to these people up here. We want you to get out here and start your own channel. We're gonna support you.
I appreciate the convo though, player. I ain't gonna hold you.
No, Tab boy, you believe what you believe.
Good enough.
Stand on it, man. You believe what you
Oh
believe.
no, I believe what I believe, but I'm just saying I appreciate the convo with Fresh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nice little
But he
back and
ran
forth. I
off
mean,
though. But what do you think about him running
yeah.
off?
Oh, he ran off.
Yeah.
I activated his demons. That's why I was being called out my name. I do that. I do that in person.
Okay. Yeah, the nigga ran off the platform. So you won this
Yeah,
one,
I can see
boy.
that. I appreciate you. I gotta be well, you need to sit. Hey man, I need like a badge or something, big dog. You feel me, dog?
We'll do something. We'll do something in the future, man. You ran that nigga off. You ran him off. We out of here, man. It's late. We out of here.
Appreciate you, dog.
And
I
Righteous, you're wrong. You're wrong, Righteous. Righteous, you're wrong. I'm gonna time you out again. We out of here, man. Take care, man. Shout out to you, Jared. We'll catch up with you, brother. Let me time Righteous out. There we go. Got to time you out again, Righteous. Get rid of it. Get out of here. And we out, man.